Well, those guys are hard, aren't they? I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's the road less traveled, all right.
Yeah. Uh,
Hey, happy what would you call it?
Day before
New
New Year's,
Yeah, Eve, like Deception Eve.
Deception Eve. Yes. Well,
Right,
I
there
don't
we
know if
go.
anything actually really occurs on January 1st on in any celestial or any terrestrial calendar anywhere.
Right.
Just saying. Yeah. And Chris is
And
still trying to hang in here by a thread. Hello,
yeah.
sir. Good to see you back again.
Hey,
What's up,
Hopefully, it'll
Chris?
hold on, dude. I'm trying to think of the way around this. You don't have any kind of PC at all, and that's the only thing you got is a cell phone, right?
yeah. For right now, I'm trying to connect to my Google and YouTube, but that ain't working either.
Huh.
Whatever.
You ever Google on you? Trying to think of the best way to get into Restream without having to go through Google. I don't think there is one.
Well, I was trying to connect my Google account. That way I could chat
Holy
with
crap!
YouTube within Restream.
Okay, see if you can do that. If not, I can go over to Google Meets. We can do this on Google Meets. Hey, Cubby, how's it going?
What's up, man? Feeling any better?
Not much.
Chad.
That was a
The
very interesting
Chadster.
show
What's
over on
up?
Sobs. I watched it after the fact. That was
hmm
pretty neat. Laid back, no trolls. I didn't see anything come in while I was what I watched.
Yeah, I came
Just
in late.
back and forth. Yeah.
Yeah, I came in late because I just got back. I was up at the Capitol building in Des Moines, Iowa. So I
Yeah,
had just got
I
back.
saw your pictures. Yeah,
Yeah, pretty wild.
you posted some that doorway. That
I
was neat looking.
posted a bunch.
That's the only one I saw
More
so
to
far.
come. More to come.
I didn't get a notification for Sobs stream at all.
Yeah, I don't get no. Well, I'm not signed up for them, so there's that. But I don't never. I never got them before anyway.
Do
My
you
old
think we
ass
should go
was
over? You think we should go over to Google Meets and do the show from here like I did last time?
yeah, let's
Because
do it.
Sound,
Chris can't stay in here for some reason.
it sounds like a dating app.
It
Yeah,
does, doesn't
We're staying
it?
right here. I'm not going no dating app, buddy.
Hey, you
Just
know,
kidding.
meet man. What you talking about?
Do
You
what you
crazy
got to do.
boy. You want
What's
to go
up,
over
Dustin?
there?
I
What's up,
don't
brother?
matter me. Whatever you
Okay.
do.
Yeah.
I
Well,
probably
I'll put the
I
Google.
probably won't stay for the whole thing because I'm
That's fine.
tired. But
I'll
on
just grab
Teams.
the yeah. Well, go to the main chat and grab the Google Meets out of the top. It's linked at the top. And we'll just go back there.
Do
I'll
we?
let Chris know.
Do I got to do that again?
Yeah, just go to Google Meets. I sent you a regular link for Restream.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Give me a second. I'll be back.
I'll be back
I'll,
too.
I'll be black.
You'll be black. You want to go there, JJ?
Uh, are we going there?
Yeah, we're going there.
Oh
You know where
shit.
there is. Google Meets.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
I'll get there.
All right. I'll be over there waiting for you.
Do, no, no,
Do,
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 no.
do,
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 do, do,
do,
do,
do,
do,
do, do.
do. I don't see.
It should be as a link
Ah,
on the. Yeah, you got it.
it,
There's
near the
Chadwick
top.
and Chris. Look at there. Boom! They all pop in at once. Everybody's here. So I'll share the front, and JJ will be over in a second. Yeah. Somebody's knocking at the door. Somebody's ringing the bell. Do me a favor. Open the door. Let them in.
Um,
Yeah, you heard that one before, haven't you? Who sang that song?
You can keep on knocking, but you can't come in.
I was thinking of Wings, though. That's what I was thinking of.
Oh.
Paul McCartney's little side project after the Beatles.
Oh, that Wings.
Yeah. Somebody's knocking at your door. Somebody's ringing your bell. So do me a favor. Open the door. Let them in. I can carry it too.
I despise the Beatles. I'm in the minority.
So guys, I'm trying to reach out to everybody. Flats needs any help he can get. So I put up in the top corner is a donate button for his GoFundMe. He has a main bearing gone out, and I think in the engine, so he's got to pay his mechanic more. I think But
Yeah.
everything else is pretty much caught up. He just needs to get that put in, and he can get on the road. Hopefully, get back
Right
home.
on.
He's stuck over at his in-laws, I think, from what I understand. He's been there since Christmas, or even before that. I think it was the funeral first. His mother-in-law passed on. And I'm not on a grift here, people. I'm not making anything out of this. It goes straight to where he is and gets him what he needs. And he might stop by, hopefully. I sent him a link earlier, so we're back talking about the debate between me and Wesley.
Oh, did you have a debate?
No, we're going to debate on the 3rd.
Oh.
And Justin, hopefully, he's going to be covering the fallacy part of this story. On Flat's channel. We're going to do it on Flats.
Is this Kingdom of Context or no?
No, Flats is like wants me to come over there. He thinks he can manage it.
Oh, you're going to do it on Flats. Okay.
I'm actually going to use Flats as not quite a citation. I'm going to use his demonstrations as a citation. Hopefully, he's going to be covering the fallacy part of this. Whoa. So I hear
What?
Who's got YouTube open? AJ. No, Flats is like we're on a delay too.
Oh, yeah, on Flats. Okay.
And I'm actually going to use Flats. Listen to the show again. Even not quite a citation. I'm going to use his demonstration. AJ. Jeez. He's going to be covering the fallacy. You hear me?
What?
You can't mute from your end?
I'm trying to see how. I can kick him. I know that. See if I can mute him. Let's see.
Houston.
Yeah, he got it.
Cool.
Well, that was fun. We went back in time.
I did that all day today. Everything was back in time.
Yeah, it's like Huey Lewis.
Mm-hmm.
That was a great movie when it first came out, though. Do you agree?
Back to the Future?
Yeah.
Yeah, I still watch it from time to time.
Yeah, I think the first one was never, ever replicated, though. I don't know why they kept making them, dude. But I guess the storyline could go on forever, couldn't it? Yeah.
I didn't. The third one I probably liked the least, but I didn't mind two. It wasn't there. None of them compared to one, of course, but yeah.
One had some pretty cool stuff in it. Two had pretty cool. Like they spent more money on it, obviously.
There's I'd have to rewatch it again. There's a story. I want to say, is it the director? There's a big dispute between the director of Back to the Future. Oh, and the guy that plays. What's the guy? I can't think of his name right now. The guy that plays his dad.
Holy crap!
You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about, but I don't know.
Yeah, the actor that plays his dad.
Super nerd, dude. Like he plays all the nerd parts.
Yeah, he's real bent out of shape with like the pay dispute between all the actors. So I don't know. He was all sour about that, and I guess that they had lawsuits and blah 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 blah. But anyway.
Oh well.
Yeah, he didn't come back for the second one or something because of that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That was it.
All right, I think I got it figured out. Y'all hear me fine?
Oh yeah, you're good, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you
All
had.
right.
Like I said, YouTube open. It's delayed compared to what everybody else is here. You can hear my stuffed up voice too. It's horrible.
Right. Yeah, that was my B.
You be? Yeah, I was promoting your. Hopefully you're going to live stream my debate if you can, JJ. I'm putting you on the spot.
You want me?
Yeah.
You want me to live stream your debate?
Yeah, and I'll give you a list of fallacies you can like check off. I'll get a general list of fallacies if you want to give it a shot. I think you can give Bruce a run for his money.
Huh.
We'll even get you a voice changer too. You can sound
You're
just
setting
like
the
him.
bar high, man. Setting the bar way high.
Way high. Nah, it's not a high bar, is it?
What do you think,
if you don't want to do it, I'm not going to put you to it. I thought it was a good idea.
When are you doing it?
It's going to be on the 3rd.
Gotcha.
You got to keep it in the Foundry,
So is Sean going to be the moderator?
No, Flash is going to do it.
Oh, Flash is.
We got a format set up already, so that's the good thing is. But Wesley doesn't want to. He wanted to throw Newton in there again. I told him nope. They don't even use it, so out, go. So we're sticking to Einstein, relativity and special relativity, and I'm asking him for citations and demonstrations to prove back up Einstein's claims. If he's gonna defend Einstein's theories.
All right, I got a question.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty confident I know what you guys are gonna say, but anyway, I'm still gonna ask it.
Go for it.
So when you're moderating a debate, and I understand that, like, you guys would want fallacies to be called out and all that.
Oh yeah.
But as a moderator, like, you have to be non-biased and everything.
Yeah.
And in their head, like, they think it's real, right? So they're gonna say it whether we say it's a fallacy or not. And I think as a moderator, it's kind of hard to call out fallacies because, you know what I'm saying? Because that kind of, like, we know what they're saying. We know they're fallacies, but as a moderator, you're trying to be non-biased, and no matter what they think, you know, they think the fallacies are real. So it's kind of hard to tell people, you know, what they're supposed to say or think, I guess.
Well, yeah, if you're pre-assuming your outcome is usually that's where I start with. Like any of the citations that are they're not really citations; they're actually fallacious in reasoning.
Yeah.
So
I get that.
Yeah, so that's just I want to do a point system. You know,
yeah. I'm not disagreeing that what they say are fallacies. I just have a hard time, like, saying that no matter which side you're talking about, you know, that in their head they think it's, you know, that they're saying the correct thing. I mean, I sort of, at the same time, I think these people are willfully ignorant and do know that it's flat and all that, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, some of them are for sure.
Yeah,
there are real believers out there, true believers, I would say.
But
to me, like in a debate, you would have like your own. You have a question, and you each get a chance to answer that question, and then you have an opportunity for a rebuttal, maybe, and you keep it in time limit, so it ain't like a complete argument or just a continuation of rhetoric. You know, you don't want to draw on and on. You know, and then it sounds irrational, and it's not a very productive thing.
Yeah. Oh no, it's not. And we'll have an opener. Both of us will have a rebuttal for each opener, and then it's like I think there's a time limit on both. And then
doing the mute button.
A mute button.
Yeah, like for when it's one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's helpful.
Yeah, because there'd be people clamoring like, "Wait a minute, he's making a fallacious statement right now. I want to correct him before he gets done with his opener." You know, it's for the audience, man. Oh look, AJ's got a beard.
What the heck? Yeah.
Yeah, no, he is. He's got the sunglasses.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's hard to please everyone, right?
Yeah, but see what it is with his claim. Oh, he's raising his hand already. What do you need, JJ?
Oh no, I was trying to zoom my camera and it looks fuzzy to me. Don't look fuzzy to you?
Yeah, kind of. Mine does. Yeah. When I move quick, it goes fuzzy for sure.
A little blurry.
Yeah,
right.
What I'm doing up front is I'm having to provide citation and experiment validation for a citation.
Real quick, I think it's focusing on the whatever.
Oh, it's filter. His background. I see Union Glacier.
The background or the filter, one or the other.
That football sun.
Yeah, I guess it can't be the filter because that's not showing up through the camera, obviously. No.
It's probably the add-on you got, like the face.
There, yeah. It's the background or something. Yeah. Anyway, no biggie.
Well, we're not worried about it. Let's see. I'm gonna put a filter on mine. Let's see what I got.
That Union Glacier. There's no way you'll ever be able to get in the marathon, so I figured I would try to apply for a janitorial position at maybe McMurdo or something.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about doing, or maybe the Scott, whatever. What's the one at the 90th, or close to the 90th?
Yeah, I think it's McMurdo. Or the
McMurdo's on off the glacier.
Scott.
Yeah, that's the biggest one.
Yeah,
they need a few janitors out there, toilet scrubbers. I'll do that.
I got the circling sun right here.
Oh yeah, he's got it right there. Look at that. Yeah. I mean, it's got the best sun. It's not artificial. It's not CGI'd in or anything.
I ain't no fortunate son. Anyway.
All right, get that out of the way. How does that look? I'm a blowfish.
Beautiful.
Hootie.
Really?
Oh, there's nothing wrong with Hootie and the Blowfish. Come on.
Not a handfish, a blowfish, huh?
Darius Rucker.
Yeah, Darius Rucker was awesome. I hear he was almost criminal last time he was around.
He was here, like, what was it, last year or year before, for the John Deere Classic golf event. He played at the
There it is.
little concert thing they had.
Let's make sure the audience is all happy.
Yes, audience, are you happy?
Flats is here. Hey, Flats.
No? All right, we're leaving. No, I'm just...
Everybody's running off now that you're here. Who else has come in? Let's see. Yeah, I've already said hi to Santero. Oh,
Hey,
the
Center.
Wild Aussie woman's in there. Hey, Wild Aussie woman.
Well, wild Aussie woman.
Yeah, she's
Aussie.
yeah, she's from Ken's channel. That's where I ran into her over there. She followed me over.
I like them wild.
Girl? Like, yeah.
Well, happy Hanukkah.
Happy. Is it Hanukkah right now?
It is in JJ's house.
Oh, no. I thought Hanukkah was 12 days, right? I'm not Jewish, so I wouldn't be able to.
I didn't even notice that. It is Hanukkah.
You're going to have to ask Dave Weiss. I don't know.
Let's call Dave. Oh, Dave. So the feather in the cap of
Last day of the year.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's New Year's Eve right now.
Is it?
It's 2 a.m., 3 a.m.
Oh, yeah, it is, isn't it?
It's Deception Eve.
Is it? All right. Well,
Yeah.
the whole world.
Still got a whole nother month to go, guys.
It'll be a new year tomorrow night at this time.
His
Or
camera.
tonight. Yeah, I guess tonight already. Yeah.
Say that again.
Huh?
Chris, what did Chris just say?
I don't know. What'd you say?
Yeah, tonight. Right now is night. It's like we'll never be there. We're always here. So I don't know.
I think you should debate Wesley, Chris. After I get done with him,
I don't ever want to even talk to that guy again, let alone debate him.
he believes in space-time continuum. That he's a believer.
I know both sides of everything pretty much. I don't get too detailed like that with Einsteinian stuff, but I come from the point of view of ether. Like I'm more of a Tesla kind of guy. Like I believe in ether and I don't do electrons. Like I see a lot of ways like Tesla where that's not popular, that'll never be mainstream. And like Tesla, he wasn't a popular guy, so
So with ether, I want to ask you a question. How does energy or light propagate throughout our system, as you say?
light is voltage, is the way I see it.
Okay.
But how does it propagate? It's because of ethers, because ether's in conductor, and it's Faraday's laws. So moving magnetic field, it's the interaction between magnetic fields and a conductor creates a voltage.
So you're a great proponent of the North, aren't you? You like the idea of what was propagated as what was presented as the North, even in Mercator's time.
The North,
yeah.
They got three North Poles, so I don't even know people's mailing Santa Claus to his right address.
Okay. So what do you consider
the true North? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, which North Pole is he? Because that's probably why he's up there.
Yeah.
So
you've heard the description.
But yeah, it's.
Go ahead.
It's like the North Pole. If you're asking, like Antarctica would be like a superconductor. If you heard of Meissner effect.
Not so much. You can explain it to me.
Well, you can float a superconducted on top of a magnetic array. Have you seen those little flying discs that floats around a table on the outside edge?
Yeah, and I know exactly what you're pointing at. I know exactly where you're going. That's what it's.
See, that's superconducting magnets and conductors. That's the opposite of the Curie temperature, because the Curie temperature is when you get hot, and it diminishes fields, conductivity, like magnetic fields. But
I see where you're going with it. This is like,
when you get cold, it strengthens. It's the opposite.
The bond.
So it's actually like the field is actually getting weaker when you move to the North Pole. there's something called magnetic pressure. If you look at
Yeah, I
vectors,
know
like
exactly what
say
I've seen it demonstrated.
the lines are more tightly packed where the field's stronger, like Antarctica, and they loosen as you get towards the North Pole. So they can't identify the actual North Pole because the needle is actually pointing to the south.
So you wait. I've never seen this demonstrated necessarily. Like the needle is actually a southern magnet than most compasses, right?
Well, the way like a bar magnet, the only way we associate it north is with a compass, right? Like so we know which way the North Star is. We could tell which way north is because the sun rises east, sets in the west. So when you magnetize a compass, all you do is just like run a magnet over it, and it aligns and
Yeah.
magnetizes it, right?
Okay.
So the one that's pointing towards the north are going to paint that red.
Okay, so
That's the only reason.
you're talking like the basic old iron Chinese compasses, the way they magnetize the needles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's some modern compasses that actually have a southern magnet in them. We looked at a couple of those. They actually do work.
Well, they have flaws in like the Hall sensor. You know, a Hall sensor.
Yeah, we pulled the whole compass apart. I can't remember exactly all of it, but yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Well, they don't account for some things in those, like a Hall sensor, because anytime you have a circuit, an electrical circuit, it makes a magnetic field, and they don't account for that magnetic field through the conductor.
I see what you're saying. In other words, it will cause the compass to deviate somewhat because of its whole magnetic field.
Well, they just flat out don't even factor it in, even if it's ever so slightly minuscule.
Well, I have a few compasses here, mostly industrial size ones. So I have an engineer's compass. That's what I'm going to take with me to Antarctica. There's a couple more compasses I want to get. Oh, let's see that they
Need to
have.
get some kind of weather balloons and get some atmospheric data.
Yeah, that's going to cost me, and plus they're going to charge me for doing it too, because of.
Oh, damn. Yeah, of course.
If you're talking, JJ, you're muted, I think.
No,
I think he just.
I'm just being a good dog.
All right. So I thought, but I wasn't sure.
Good boy. I got one eye. I must have had like a stroke or something.
Did you? Oh. I don't think Flaps was going to join us. I did give him a link.
Probably just got up, right?
Well, I was talking to him earlier. So what time is it over there in the south? Africa.
Super early.
Super early? Yeah,
Or no, I take that back. Probably not super early.
like 8 hours difference. So yeah, guys, if you
stand corrected. Sorry, what?
No, I was go ahead. Say what you say.
That's all I was saying is I was wrong.
Just wonder what time it is there still. I should look it up. I think it's 8 hours difference. They're ahead of us, right?
He's not in the U.S.? I thought he was.
No, he's
South Africa.
Oh, okay. Learn something new every day.
He's from Elon territory. I don't know that either. Just
Devon Island.
Close. No, we're close.
So
home of the muskox.
The muskox. Yeah. So, Chris, in your ideas, in your mind of what the sun and the moon are, they're anode and diode.
Diode for sure, like a light emitting diode for the moon.
Yeah.
But the sun, well, I'm still putting this together one piece at a time, and I am not making any hypothesis. I want to say it's a certain thing, but if I say that,
you're gonna get jumped on, dude.
I'm painting the picture, and the pieces you'll have to force them in, and it's gonna look ugly. So I'm waiting for the pieces. You know, if I get stuck on something, I'll go work on something else, and then I'll find a piece that'll, like, sometimes they're like a domino. One piece is like, boom, you get all these other pieces.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that Metatron thing with Mark Sargent. Once you get a piece like that, like do all these other ones fall into place. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. So, can you elaborate on the Metatron thing a little deeper than you have before? I don't think I
10,
got the whole thing.
10 a.m. over there, by the way.
Now,
Go ahead, guys.
He's probably dealing with the kids. I'm thinking they're probably up right about now.
Right on.
No. Talking about me?
No, not you.
Oh, okay.
You're in the
Yeah, the
Carolina.
Metatron thing. What it is Metatron was a corporate, it was a company set up through the Masonry and probably CIA. It was a controlled movement. Well, okay, the Metatron itself made MarkSargent.com in 2012,
Okay.
and then Mark Sargent didn't come on until 3 years later. But when you do the back, there's a documentary, a 4-part called Mark Sargent Origins, and you can find it on BitChute or like one of these other because
Wow.
they'll ban it off of YouTube. And it shows that Mark Sargent is not his actual real name.
Ooh.
He goes by, he has another name, and he's in a partner with the guy that owns Metatron.
I
And
thought that was
Metatron made
weird
all their
because
apps. They also made PatriciaSteer.com, and they made the Patricia Steer Mark Sargent apps.
Okay.
They at one point they had like thousands of apps they would be producing, but I think they ended up like getting rid of all that, and they just made that like Flat Earth Map app, Blue Water Bay, or something. Pretty sure they're behind it.
Behind David,
Same
White.
group.
Flat Earth Map, Weiss's.
Yeah,
I hear.
yeah, because Weiss is
data.
because he's one of the pieces of the puzzle that fits. Like once you get this, and because I've been around for 8 years, I know like all the people. Yeah, I met Mark Sargent in real life.
Oh, nice.
That was before I learned about Metatron.
Well, he's come on the show on Flashes a couple of times. We've had a conversation with him here and there. He doesn't like to really make too many claims, and they don't clash between.
Well, he's commented about it, but it was like so many years ago. Like he did comment on the Metatron thing, and then they wiped it from the internet. Yeah, I think you can go. I think the Wayback Time Machine might have one on there.
If I did a Google search right now with Metatron, what would it give me?
Probably.
Well, you'd have to Wayback it. It will say error 404 or whatever. It's hidden. So you could do it on Wayback. Maybe you could find.
It's going to give you Transformers.
Yeah, I know. Metatron is not.
I'm just kidding. That's Megatron. I don't know.
I was going to say.
Yeah, Metatron. It's Mark Sargent Origins is the video that you'll want to watch. It's called Mark Sargent Origins, and it's usually in a 4-parter.
Okay. I've seen him. I can find
nothing gets past me.
He's got an onion browser. He can get into anything. Somebody gave me one of those.
Peeling back the onion, like I ain't gonna mention that guy's name, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I had an onion browser once.
There's a thing on YouTube supposedly about it. It's called Mark Sargent Exposed Metatron Kabbalah. Do you have the virus?
Yeah, I got the same thing. I'm pulling up that right now on YouTube.
Let's see what else we got.
Well, it's on the Truman Show.
I'm looking through my CIA files right now.
It's MGTV is the one that produced the one. It's MGTV. Mark Sargent Origins.
Sargent Origins.
It sent me to Metatron.
MGTV.
God. People don't look up Metatron that often, do they?
No. I don't hack people's computers to find out.
Yeah, no, me neither. I'm just saying it's not prominent in the search. And it spelled Mark with 2 Ks. I don't know why it did that. I did not spell it like that. Okay, I got a leadership at Metatron. It's an actual group.
Yeah, they scrub Metatron from the internet. That's what I mean. If you're looking up for the company itself, then yeah, I think I looked recently, and I did find some, because they'll take out of a whole year maybe like 2 dates that they'll have like a web.
These
You know what I
people
mean?
that,
Have you ever used Wayback?
yeah, I've not done it myself. No, I've seen people do it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm looking through like the CEOs of this company and the PhDs that run it, man. These people are influential. If that's the actual same company,
Well, the company I'm talking about is defunct now. What they did was they made websites. Like there's a let's see what website.
this is what.
Was it just straight up
It,
Metatron, or is there something else in
Yeah,
it?
that's what.
Metatron Inc. Inc.
Oh, Inc.
Metatron
Okay.
Incorporated
Okay, I'll add the ink
Inc.
in it. But
Yeah,
the what I'm getting
they
is
made apps, websites. Um, they were behind. I'm saying Coast to Coast, but that was a radio show. It ain't that one. It's the other Flat Earth. They used to post a lot of videos on there. Dang. I'll think of it later.
that Flats made it short for me.
Oh, yeah.
He's got an update on what he's got to get. I'll play it for you guys. That means I got to go into 3 different apps and do this. He's going
You
to show
make
what he
it
needs.
so complicated.
It's the interweb, man. The only reason we're back here because Chris can't stay in the restream. His little phone won't do it.
What was that website? It was called like Truth TV or something, and they would have podcasts.
Uh,
Like there would be Mark Skiba and Karen. A lot of the main ones would be on it.
I went right to infinity. Why am I sharing that? Wrong one.
And it's like, through Coast to Coast.
Yeah.
What was the guy that ran that? I don't know why. He's the OG.
The OG. Good question.
Art Bell. Art Bell. Like once you know Art Bell is like a 99th degree Freemason, then like all these other like domino puzzle pieces fall into place because of all his interviews and his discussions and all that. It's like a web of like all these
I know who Art Bell
people.
is. Yeah, I did.
Yeah. He's the one that did Coast to Coast.
So when you talk to
like Mark Sargent is like the Art Bell of YouTube.
Okay.
So when you talk to Mark Sargent, did you talk to him or just meet him?
I was at the Flattoberfest 2022, and I was standing outside the main entrance, and he just walked up to me, and he put out his hand. He's like, "I'm Mark Sargent." It wasn't a irregular. It was a normal handshake, but it was at an abnormal venue. Yeah, he's like, I'm Chris Conley. Hey. Yeah, so he introduced himself to me, like just randomly. But yeah, I met a lot of people with it, and the Glowbusters people, and
you're gonna trigger JJ
them.
in a second. He's gonna start going off.
But yeah, it was at a freaking Shiners Club in Greenville, South Carolina. I thought it was weird when I was there. I was like, why is there a big rocket? It's like a Gemini rocket replica, like fucking 50 feet tall. Yeah, I'm like, this is weird.
Yeah.
We're at a Shiners. Are we infiltrated them? But no, they were infiltrating us.
Well, welcome to the Blue Club.
Because Mark Sargent is through Metatron, man.
So his real name was Art Bell. I thought Art Bell was a.
No. Art Bell is before the internet, back when radio talk.
Yeah, I know who that Art Bell is. Yeah.
Okay, he was like the older version of Mark Sargent. Like YouTube, they just hand 33rd degrees out like hotcakes. Like you're 33, like it's just like a different era. And Mark Sargent is the Art Bell. Once you put that piece in, you could. A lot of others fall into place.
Well, that would be a show to do, wouldn't it? Cover that. If we could find all the data for it, that would be really. I'm pretty sure they'd be happy we did that. Expose them for what they really are. I want to play this for Flats right quick.
I ain't making no claims I can't substantiate.
There you go. So his first bearing is completely gone. That's nice, isn't it? Sorry to interrupt you guys. Yeah, he needs a little bit of cash to get some more stuff for this before he get on the road with it. If you can't afford to send them anything, I suggest to share the link, uh, grab the GoFundMe link, and go. Oh, I'm getting the feedback. Is that me? I had it. All right. Now, did you guys watch all that? Did everybody see it or hear it? I'm not sure if that went through or not.
I did anyway.
Yeah, cool. Well, my prayers go out to him, and I've sent him money. I've helped him out. I'm not a hypocrite. I'm not here preaching something I don't do. What I can spare, I gave him.
Yeah.
He did the same for me too. If I had problems, and they've helped me out with GoFundMe stuff when I needed money.
Right on.
Vicky, PJ, and Flats. I consider them like family. So I've been with it for a little over a year with the group with Flats. So PJ over there on his channel before he was just doing flat Earth stuff when I first ran into him. But we agree on the cosmology. The cosmology is not science, by the way. That's where they get a lot of this stuff conflated. If they could actually prove this stuff scientifically with cosmology, with the cosmology they have, there would be no questions.
They associate a lot of things with science, like computer science. Like technology and science are two different things.
Yeah.
I am the science.
Like I like just because I trust technology because I can verify does not mean I trust science. But they want you to make you think it's science, but it's not. They're two different things.
Yeah, it's a whole different genre, dude. Natural science is another. You can test natural science out to a point. There's certain things you can't manipulate in nature too. On top of that, that's where it all falls apart. You can find out a cause and effect relationship between two things. That's about as far as you can go. But there's certain things you can't reproduce.
That's why I have that puzzle analogy where I do this aesthetic approach, which is proceeding by inquiry. So I take one piece of the puzzle at a time because the puzzle piece is already laying out there. So when you're putting it together, you put it the way it's supposed to be, and then once you have it complete, you can see the picture for the truth. For science, before they even start putting them together, they'll be like, okay, I think the picture is going to be this. So they have a theory, their hypothesis. And so they'll go putting the puzzle together to make it look fit. And then they'll force pieces in. Maybe they don't really fit, but they'll make it, and then it's ugly. Like the earth, the layers of the earth.
Yeah.
They don't know. They never been 7 miles deep. I mean, and you got to go 4,000 and you got the puzzle picture painted.
Dude, they assumed that when they actually put what was it, the mountain experiment where they actually did the pendulums. They actually assumed all the way to the core of the earth to make their assumption about the mean density of the earth. That's what they were doing in that experiment. They're trying to prove the gravity of the mountain, which there's the definitely bias there because their zenith angles are already deviated with assumption of a sphere. So their zenith angles are incorrect. They don't go to what they call the center of gravity. that you hang a pump on it, it's going to go straight down from the zenith itself. But what they did is they looked for deviations in the zenith with a high tech, what was it, like a theodolite, but they're getting their zenith angles from several different stars around. But they're assuming the sphericity with that too. So they have diverging zenith angles from the go. That's the bias in it. They're already pre-assuming they're on a sphere, and they're actually calculating a mean density from that. That's where they get all their data from. It's a pre-assumption. This is before anybody went to space, anybody saw anything. Supposedly, they pre-assumed all this stuff, and that's how they make their calculations. But they were trying to prove Newtonian's gravitation, general gravitation, by using a mountain. They found the perfect mountain. What was the name of that damn mountain? Let's see if I can find it. I saved the video from it. It's in Scotland. It's supposedly geometrically perfect, almost the ideal mountain. And they figured out the density of the mountain, and from that they calculated the mean density of the Earth. It's quite a leap. I saved this on my playlist. Let's see.
Yeah, but they're also saying that, a mountain is bedrock, and then that bedrock goes deeper and deeper underneath the soil, into the flatlands. Well, they're saying all this bedrock's floating on lava. Since when does granite and rock float on anything liquid?
It doesn't do at all. Yeah, but they had a pre-assumption of the mantle and all the rest of the layers all the way to the molten iron core when they did this experiment too. That's another pre-assumption they made. They make a lot of pre-assumptions. They're trying to confirm their theory, and they'll do anything to shoehorn it in. It's crazy. It really is. I could not find the actual experiment videoed. I can't find it. All I can do is find the layout and what they did and the kilograms that they weighed everything out and the mean density of the Earth. And they have this horrific story to go with it too. Whew. Like the hardships they had to go through to get this measurement. It's kind of like Aristophanes or what was the other guy? Al-Biruni. You don't know if it actually happened or not. A lot of these things can't be validated, but they supposedly documented it. But there's probably better. They said they've done it better.
You know why Aristophanes is a joke is because the sun rays are diverging, so his parallel ray thing is just broken right there.
Yeah, the whole parallel thing is I found the video. Here it is.
Al-Jabroni.
Yeah.
Who the heck?
The weight of the world is what this is called. It's the Skaskelion experiment. It's the name of the mountain where they were at.
I'm gonna check. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna check out real quick, man. I hit a wall.
What kind of wall was it? Was it brick?
It was a masonry. Oh, sorry. Anyway, no, I got to roll, man. I'm practically almost.
I hear you, man. You were on Psalms for a while too, weren't you?
That, and I've been up since 5 o'clock this morning. But anyway, yeah.
Louise.
So yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Have a good night, and I hope you get better, Roger.
Okay, peace.
All right, later. Night, Cubby. Or morning, whatever it is.
How the hell you leave this thing? Please hit the
red button.
Okay.
The phone. Hang it up. Well, now there's 3. Now we got to cover our eyes, ears, and mouth. Come on. Not going to do it? Yeah, your avatar won't. We'll fit right in with the club. Okay, what do you need, JJ? You're muted. You're still muted. If you've been talking, you're muted on purpose. I'm going to share this little video right quick. You'll get a kick out of it. You'll see the bias in it if you got open eyes. But they
All right, my bad.
sorry.
Should be better now.
Oh yeah, I hear you.
I went through a lot of series of button pushing, and I got my camera fixed. Man, I'm cool like that now.
Awesome.
I did drop the link too after you get done with this if you want to go through some of those fallacies.
Oh, nice. So you want to go recover fallacies? I'd love to.
Yeah, why not?
Maybe I get to that fallacy that I did with Bren dude earlier.
That's right. We'll figure this out, man. Before the new year.
Oh yeah, I don't want to go through another fallacy with anybody, man. I don't want to have a fallacious assumption that I'm going to base a claim on or anything.
Good call, man.
Yeah.
Fallacies are bad, okay?
And well, in your debate, it makes it really bad.
Yeah, it makes your entire argument moot, whether you're right or wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did I do? There it is. Okay, here we are. The weight of the world. Looks interesting, doesn't it? The 18th century. But you see the molten iron core of the Earth they pre-assumed before they did this thing.
Well, they say the there's like the outer inner is liquid, and then the actual inner core is solid.
Oh yeah. Oh, they haven't even proven the magnetic core yet. They're still working on that.
Because, like I said, the Curie temperature, when you heat like metals and all these things up, they lose their magnetic strength. So they got to make the middle like a solid that ain't melted.
Yeah, but how does it stay unmelted in a molten in a non-molten state? How does it sit inside of the liquid core?
Yeah, I'm just like, how does granite float on lava or liquid? That's where I'm still stuck at.
Well, you can always ask them this: is there any scientific evidence of a molten iron core in a pre-assumed sphere Earth? I just got a notification. Hold on.
Is there an imaginary core to the imaginary Earth?
Well, I think there is, dude. If you imagine so, that could be. Only if you imagine
possibilities are endless, right?
Yeah, they are, dude. I love those endless possibilities. Oh yeah, by the way,
that'll get it narrowed down.
We forgot to say it's Justin's Appreciation Week, right quick.
Appreciate you, Justin. Incredible.
Yeah, you the man, dude.
Big salute. Big salute.
Whew.
Hell yeah, man. He's a good dude.
Yeah.
He deserves it.
He puts his money where his heart is, I guess. Seems like
Yeah, I've been there, man.
Yeah, I've done it too. And we're a community to a point. We can do what we can do. We don't have a PhD or a six-figure salary, or do we have 800 count thread in our Egyptian cotton sheets? Do we? Oh, I don't have that. Sorry. Somebody was saying they had that the other day, and it made more of a man out of them. I'm not going to mention any names. This is
Andrew Tate. Yeah.
What? Say it again.
Andrew Tate.
Andrew Tate. Yeah. No, there's somebody in our in the arena who actually said it in chat the other day, and I'm like, who judges themselves by what kind of thread count you have in your sheet? It's good to have a good count, and the sheets are more comfortable and stuff. Yeah. But I mean, not everybody can afford that kind of stuff, you know. That's like bragging about how much money you got, basically. All right, let's take a look at this little freaky experiment. Ooh. The She-Holly. Look, they're weighing the planet right here. Look at them with a big brass ball. That's how I'd do it. See, they just right there they pre-assumed it's a planet. That's your first problem. Isn't it fallacious, JJ?
Abso-freaking-lutely.
Damn straight.
Sounds like science.
Yep, it does. So every time a bird flies around the mountain, guess what? It's in a medium, right? That bird would be attracted to it at some point. It would. Just saying. There's another fallacy, right?
They'd have good. They'd be rebuttal. They'd be not a hummingbird. A hummingbird defies gravity or some shit. Yeah.
Well, I'm just thinking about like pre-assuming that the mountain and the earth has gravity without any evidence that gravity actually exists. The fallacy that
Boy is saying you have no audio on the video.
Ooh, that's not good. Okay.
No bueno.
Yeah, let's see if I can get it on here. Make sure. I'll take it back so everybody can hear it. This is with some of the videos I get in the Google Meets. I can't get the audio to go through the other side. Got to make sure it's shared the audio.
You're damned you do, and you're damned you don't.
Well, it's saying it's presenting audio too. So
yeah, I can hear it on the meat side.
Yeah. Let me go into Restream, see if there's something I can adjust over there. If not, this is going to be like a small show for just us. We don't want to do that.
Well, good thing they have like pressure, because when you get with no pressure, there's no propulsion of anything. Like rockets, they want to start bringing in the ion ionizers as a way of propulsion in outer space, and none of it's possible because the supposed atmospheric like torr is 10 to the negative 17th, like 17 zeros point 17 zeros 1.
So what's your cause?
What the hell is that?
What is it? Yeah, that's really a good question. Like, what causes the vacuum or the torr in the vacuum itself? What would cause that? What would would gravity be the cause?
More presupposing.
It's resistance, because the stratosphere is a conductor. It's a well documented fact that from 12 miles in the tropics to 32 miles, it's a perfect conductor, like those little plasma balls I've been showing.
Yeah.
Because it's a vacuum inside there, you take out all the resistance, the electricity flows freely. But once it, gets to this resistance, all the stuff in there, you got dust, you got water with humidity, you got gas particles, and all this displaces ether. Ether is what's conducting. It's a conductor. So you got all this resistance to that super high voltage conductive, right?
Mm-hmm.
The voltage.
So that's what's causing the
electricity.
I'm just trying to wrap my head around it. Like, so basically, it's like a gap above the stratus you're looking at.
At the very top of the stratosphere, that 32 miles is 1 hepapascal, or 1 millibar, or you could say 1/1000th of an atmosphere.
By their standard.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's okay. And then it's just exponential beyond that. How and it's so thin. So they say the actual Kármán line is 64 miles high. That's the official outer space. If you get your astronaut badge, it's because you went over 64 miles high. And this is a vast 16,000 mile in diameter plane, you know, a flat land,
Yeah, I got you.
and it's only 64 miles thick. But I've lowered it down less than that because at the stratosphere or the stratus pause,
Mhm.
it's already 1/1000.
Hmm.
You know, and like I said, if you separate daylight from sunlight, that then you could bring the sun a lot closer. It doesn't need to be 3,000 miles high.
Yeah.
Or even 300.
I'm trying to figure out how to share this with audio. Excuse me, guys.
Also, that number that you, I noticed you were on Solid the other night and you couldn't recall the number of electrostatics being 10 to the 36 power, more times powerful than gravity.
That was Lewin's, right? His go-to.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
10 to the 36 power.
Well, they base it off of that 9.8 meters a second and fall rate, and that fall rate is also associated with the 9.8 volts a meter in the atmosphere. There's a voltage potential gradient in between the Earth, which is a conductor, but it's more like a semiconductor, and the ocean, that's salt water, that's more conductive, but it's not as conductive as the stratosphere. It's a perfect conductor. It's pure ether up there because there's nothing resisting it.
Yeah,
Okay,
but what's containing the ether?
like
That's one thing I got to ask.
had this potential gradient. You can associate the same with the you know, the same rate of speed.
Yeah, but I mean, what's the containment of the ether itself? There has to. I think there, if ether is actually some sort of conductor, it has to be within a containment. I mean, that's physics in itself, right?
I would imagine the toroidal field is I don't know if that's not considered contained or what. Is there a firmament over a toroidal field? You know, I don't know.
Well,
Now the toroidal field is from the globe model.
yeah,
Is it?
yeah, because they use a straight magnet.
Yeah, where this would be like an electromagnet. If you have a coil and then it's all going to come through evenly throughout. An electromagnet is a coil wire and you apply voltage to it and it turns it into a magnet.
Well, I'm going to try to play this one more time, Greg. So I think I might have it. So let me give it a shot. Yeah, I understand the difference between.
But when you use metal shavings,
Yeah.
and this is a very vast, like, and I'm talking about like Antarctica being, you know, a superconductor and like an MRI machine, like probably type situation where you have the primary coil, then you have a gradient coil, then a shim coil where it homogenizes the field, where you can get the Meissner effect. And this is to deal with like magnetic pressure, and it weakens as you get towards the North Pole. But it's all relatively even throughout. But you have other things affecting it, like you have the coastal effect because the ocean is creating a voltage. It's called MIV, motionally induced voltage. It goes back to Faraday's laws
Okay.
of induction. A moving conductor through a stationary magnetic field. That's how they measure voltage in the ocean, just through MIV. But on the coast, because the ground is less conductive, it's got water channels all through it, you know, mineral water and the deeper you go down, the more resistance you have, the denser stuff gets. Even with the ocean, the deeper parts of the ocean, more resistive, less conductive. But anyways, the coastal effect is where you have a that coastal effect. You have a high voltage spike, so that's why I don't put power lines too close to the coast
Okay.
because there's atmospheric potential is much greater in those areas, which affects the magnetic field.
Sorry about that, guys. Something fell down. I'll be right back.
So you don't think there's a toroidal field on the flat Earth plane, like we live in the dielectric plane of a toroidal field?
No, you don't need it because of like I was saying, electromagnet. You could take metal shavings and a piece of paper, put it over it, and especially if you make it wider and faster, you don't get that. It's less pronounced. Like it's even throughout that way. Like God made this timepiece like perfect. It's synchronized. Like he's way smarter than um, the time and scale that he's on. Like I say, like transistors in a processor, there's billions of them, and they run at gigahertz, so millions of times a second. And we're in the realm, we're on like 60 hertz, 60 times a second. So that like AI could process stuff fast, but they're a little dumber. Like you outsmart them. But we're slower but smarter. And God, He's on a time and scale where we can't comprehend. Like the on off is like day night. Like to us, that's slow. It's like slower, but so much smarter. So incomprehensible.
I kind of see what you're saying. I'm looking for like more like the pressurized system that you're talking about. That would set a bias to keep everything at equilibrium, right? Can you guys hear me? Chris?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Say that again. Sorry.
Like for instance, they always fish for the downward bias. What's the cause of why everything's set in the downward direction? It seems like within nature.
Yeah, resistance. That's what I say is resistance because of the way. Just because if you only focus on just through the stratosphere, then it's that's what the pieces show is that it's resistance because everything. It's only 1.2 miles between the Earth's surface and the clouds at its deepest.
Yeah.
So that's where everything lives. That's where everything on Earth is at in a 1 mile area, right?
All living creatures that we know of. Yeah.
Yeah. Right, all biology and everything, and that's where everything has, and everything here has resistance. That's what's all in common. It ain't magnetism. It isn't how conductive something is. It's resistance.
So basically, it's all electric, my friend. I'm going to try to play this again, see if they get the audio.
It's almost like yes, electricity is real. Let's not deny that. We get shocked all the time.
Oh yeah. Oh, you get friction for everything, almost. All right, let's see if they can hear it on the other side. Guys, give me a 5x5. Can you hear that?
Do y'all hear it? I hear it.
I hear it. I just want to know, make sure they can hear it.
Right.
I'm not getting an answer back. Anybody?
Me neither. They should be able to hear us asking at least.
Here, I'm going to go to YouTube side right quick and see if I can hear it.
We got no hearing. They can't hear it.
Can't hear it.
And Taro says nope.
Nope.
Negative.
I can share it on the YouTube side. Hold on, give me a second. All right. You think you can manage to come over to the YouTube side, Chris?
I'm sorry, say that one more time. I've been distracted.
Go over to the restream again. Sorry.
Okay.
I can share it over there. Some of these don't come through because of double sharing, and I don't know why it mutes some of the videos. Some of them will play through, some of them won't. So
I'm heading to restream.
Yeah, I'll stick the link in there for you again.
I already got mine.
I'll give it so Chris can get it. JJ has joined.
Okay, I'm gonna kill this and try.
Yeah, give it a shot. See what it does. I got to stop sharing the Google Meets. Boop. Hey, JJ, long time no see. I wish everybody had the best technology in the world that we had to have no ups and downs with anything. It's interesting to hear the theory of what ether is purported to be, but I'm still looking for the definition. I want to see, besides the conductivity of everything, it seems like just about. But I guess that's a good way to look at it, I guess. I gotta go back.
If it drops me, don't worry. I'll just wait out until it's over. And
I got you.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I'm gonna make sure everybody's volume's up good.
You can hear me just fine?
Yeah, I got you turned up. I'm adjusting all this.
Adjusting?
Justin.
That's right.
Yeah, stop sharing it over to that side. You guys will love this since you get to hear, and you probably get to see some of it, but this is definitely different. Pretty looking, isn't it? 1800s. They didn't have really much theory on the electrical side of it in the 18th century, did they? I'm going to go with a no. Yeah, but see, you look at all the technology.
Today, we're diving into one of the most incredible.
I think that Chris is going back into Google Meets or somebody else. Oh, Santero. Santero, my friend. How you doing? Not much. Just taking a chomp out of the globe theory, one moment at a time. There's a link there if you want to go up front. Yeah. So I'm swimming. I'm under the sea. Okay. We have another visitor. It's Santero. I don't think Chris could stay in here, dude. I get that a lot. Like Lev can't come in here, like 10 or 12 people that I know. And I hate StreamYard. None personal.
I got a pretty good setup, and it'll still lag a lot when I'm in StreamYard. Restream, whatever the hell we're in.
Yeah. I guess they designed it like that. It does produce good audio, good video, but when it comes to guests, I don't think they were really that friendly with them.
Definitely not very friendly.
I thought Santero was coming in. Hold on. That's the link.
He's on the wrong side, probably.
You'll find it.
You got to go through the vetting.
Nice. I just pulled that down. Santero joined back in the back again. It's all right. You got to get the link again? All right. Cool. This is a very professional show. Keep it that way.
Damn right it is.
Yeah. I didn't get to catch most of Ironworks today. Hey, Santero.
Hey,
I didn't either. I was there when it started, but I ended up napping.
No.
Mr. JJ, Mr. Roger, ¿qué pasa, mi gente?
¿Qué pasó, amigo?
Bueno.
Todo bien, papi, todo bien.
Too much trabajo.
Yeah, I was watching a little bit of Ironworks, and then I woke up in the morning and I kept watching a little bit more of the stream. It was nice.
You talking about Vlad's?
Yeah. He went to check the map. He stole my idea. You see?
Damn it, man! He stole your idea. You own the earth, Santero. It's your earth, dude. It's all yours. Nobody else can have any ideas.
I don't get. I don't get what Chris is saying about the ether. I think the ether is both the wave and the medium, brother. It's impossible to separate it or to get it. You're never gonna be able to do it. That's the like the the computer when you start the kernel. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know what you're saying.
Without the kernel, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't even know what to do. You could do whatever you want, but if you don't have that main code, you won't get it. In my opinion, I don't know shit, brother. I'm a ignorant Dominican guy.
I figure on everything, but I believe our firmament or whatever is above us is actually in motion with the stars and the sun and the
Of
moon,
course,
it
yeah, I
create
think.
it would create a dynamic system itself, and the product of it would be the magnetism and the electric system we have now. It would push. That's what it's a cause and effect in my mind.
You know, the good thing about speaking a little bit of languages is that you get to see a lot of content in different ways. I was watching once when I started looking into the flat Earth stuff, a video about a scientist who worked along Marconi. His name was Pierluigi Igina, you know?
Okay.
And as soon as the interview started, the first thing he said to the guy was like, one thing you need to know is that the earth is not moving. La terra è ferma. Una cosa che dovete sapere è che la terra è ferma. He said
Yeah.
that in Italian, you know? And he was explaining a little bit how the sun works, and it's very interesting the way he described it. And this guy used to work alongside Marconi, you know? So it's not a nobody. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
It's interesting, man.
Yeah. Oh, I got a citation I'm going to bring to the debate with me. It's actually the quote straight from Einstein himself. I'm going to start off with it. There is no optical experiment or he doesn't really add it like physical, but there's no real physics that he can actually demonstrate to prove the rotation of the Earth. I think the physics he was looking at were like the orbit of the sun around the Earth. He could not prove that in the physics, but he can't prove optically with any experiment because he went through all the so-called optical experiments they say proves the rotation of the Earth or even its rotundity at that. He found them to be invalid in his own mind. So that was his quote.
What I mean, it's like trying to weigh the Earth. First of all, what's your comparison? What's are you gonna like use to compare the weight of the Earth? And second of all, where is the scale? How you gonna weigh the scale without another scale? You know what I mean, JJ? It's like
Yeah.
you need like in order to get you need a reference point. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
What
you
is the
need
reference?
at least 5 fallacies at least.
This is stupid, bro.
Yeah.
This is like logic 101, man. This is very stupid. You start with a wrong pre-assumption, the whole system goes down. It's not no
Well,
way.
yeah,
I think
the whole they say that's the best we got because we could kind of model it to a point. That's what they go with.
I
Yeah,
can model a unicorn as well. I can model
yeah.
whatever I want. I was just drawing, you know. I can do whatever I want.
Well,
My mind can imagine anything. It doesn't make it true.
yeah. Well, the thing is, the way they model it, like I'll give you for instance, the way they do surveying, what the ordnance surveys, they model the sky flat, the earth flat, and it's infinite almost. Like it's like the infinite plane almost. They can model it. They can make grids as large as they wanted to, but I mean the physicality of it's the real problem. And they
They
did the
can,
same with the globe and the celestial sphere too. Like the celestial sphere is infinite.
bro.
They
They
have a
can
radius
make
factor.
all the witchcraft they want. They can do whatever they want. It ain't gonna change the physicality of the place we live in.
No, they
It's
can't change physics.
geometry.
Yeah.
It's not gonna change it.
No,
You
but
know,
they can.
we are talking about Earth. We're not talking about their imagination land. I know you guys are very big fan of South Park. Me too. You remember the Imagination Land episodes?
I think I've seen a few of them. I
Yeah,
can't
it's
remember off the top of my head.
crazy. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, what they do, they make these coordinate systems based on these. How would I put it? Uh, they model everything to what they want it to be. They can change the size of it whenever they wanted to, and they actually redo the grid on a regular, especially the ordinate system.
But
They just
even in their own words, just this word triangulation. Just look at the
yeah.
etymology. It's there. How do you
Well,
triangulate on a sphere?
you
How do
can't.
you do that? You
What
can't.
when they do like celestial navigation, I'll give you here's to go with it. You get an equal elevation angle first
Yeah.
from the surface. They take a tangent line which supposedly touches an imaginary sphere, which it never touches it. Then they draw an elevation angle of that, and then they can do that to 5,400 miles for 3 stars in celestial navigation. but that's a flat plane, a reference
Yeah,
for
of
5,400 miles.
course.
Yeah,
It has to be.
I was talking about that with a friend of mine, which is studying navigation, and
Mhm.
he is a glober. He was telling me, no, but it's a sphere. But when we have to triangulate, when we have to look at the stars to navigate, we use a hemisphere. And then I say, bro, come on.
hemisphere.
Come on, be real, be real. Tell me something. Do you think the guys in the Mediterranean Sea using the astrolabe were minding their business, trying to adjust? No, they were just using their own senses.
Yeah. Well,
That's it.
they were sighting the moon, the stars
Yeah,
with their astrolabe,
whatever,
finding their
whatever.
locations. Yeah, because those
Yes.
stars were in that location at that time.
Of
That's what they were
course,
using.
of
Yeah,
course. This is what they're using. It's just a pattern, man. It's just a pattern. You see the stars moving, you just take notes every day. Okay, the sun rose at 6 a.m. today, and this was the degrees or whatever. Boom, you write it down. Eventually, you do this for a long time. You gather data, and then you can make predictions about that.
yeah.
And this is what they do when they say, "No, we can predict how it works." Man, I see how it works too.
Yeah.
What are you
Well,
talking about?
but before the globe existed, there was a solar cycle that they documented in Babylon, Phoenician
Exactly.
cultures. Yeah,
And
they do
they
with the
still use
stars.
it today. They still
I know.
use it today. It's all
Yeah, but
based
see,
on that.
the Vatican has their hands in all of that stuff, dude, and
Of
they're the
course.
owners of the big sphere. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
so
It's
they control commerce that way.
The synagogue
It's
of
political.
Satan.
chips. The chips. It's about the sea.
Yeah, it is.
The new word. The other words are in the sea. Remember, guys,
Yeah,
it ain't such thing as a space.
yeah.
Space is the distance between 2 points.
Yes, it is. But the
This
space
is
they
what I
propagate,
learned.
their model is something different. And that's why they had to have Einstein come in and make that fourth dimension so they can describe what it supposedly does.
Yeah.
They try to make it fit into what uh, we see here, but they want to add another dimension that they want to get to. They want to know what the whole universe is made out of or something. They want to play God with it. Yeah.
Good luck with that. Good
Well,
They
luck
can't
with
you've
that.
even
heard of
get
that
what's
fourth
under their
dimension?
feet right.
Yeah.
Yo, guys, if you want to play God, build a terrarium. And remember, when you build a terrarium, you will still need a container
Yeah.
in
But
order for it to work.
you'll also need a heat source and
Of course, heat
water.
source,
Yeah.
a cycle, everything. Same thing we have here in
Yeah,
Earth,
like
guys.
Earth. Yeah, there
It's
you go.
just a big terrarium.
Yeah, but
Deal
the
with
thing
it.
is, I don't think you want to get outside of that terrarium, man. I don't. I
No,
wouldn't want to go.
it's like this is the way I look at this whole situation about the world. I think of it as a big machine. And
Big machine.
if you are inside of a contained system, if you go outside of it, it's broken. You cannot leave it. It's impossible. You break it.
Yeah,
If you break the circuit, the light goes out.
yeah. So
Certain death.
I'm going to interrupt you guys. I'm going to play a little more of this so the audience can hear it. And Chris
Let's
wants to
go.
come back in, so I want to give you an idea what kind of video this is. The 1800s, man. This supposedly happened there. So there's a couple of
I
things
was
they
there.
tried even before
Look,
that. This is
I was
a good.
behind the mountain.
You're behind the mountain. Oh, where were
Yeah,
you going
yeah,
back
I was
there?
there.
All right.
Mount
Scientific
Looking for a female
adventures of the
Sasquatch.
18th century.
Oh, yeah.
It's a story about
Did you track
genius,
them?
pure grit, and one very special mountain in Scotland. We're talking about the Sheehollian experiment.
Where?
I mean, think about it for a second.
Has anybody else heard of this experiment? How it's
Yeah, this is
No,
Mount
I never heard.
Selenelian, it's the Mount Impossible.
Yeah, this is in Scotland. Is what they did, but they did a whole geo survey there. They actually you've done a series on that, didn't you,
The
JJ?
guy, the
Yeah,
guy in
What?
the orange coat is the PJ's great grandfather.
yeah. The Scottish Land Survey they did, I think it was in the late 1800s. The one they lied about, that like they were
Yeah.
trying to make it seem like they were like Titanic plates and stuff, or what do you call those things? God, the
The fault
the
line?
Earth plates. What do you
Yeah,
Fault
call them?
line? Fault line?
Not
tectonic
fault lines.
plates,
The
Tectonic
fault
plates.
lines. Yeah,
tectonic plates. Yeah, they
Yeah.
were trying to present Scotland like it was a tectonic plate, but geologically it wasn't. And they had to, the actual the public offices made them go back and redo the survey again. They were just taking core samples of rocks and showing the
Bro,
granite.
I don't get it. I don't get it. How these people make it so hard to understand this. These are just peak of mountains, you know. It's like when you flood a terrain. You know what I mean? The highest surface is gonna go above the water.
Well,
It's so simple.
they had a story to tell about the Big Bang and all that. This is after Lemaitre, I think,
Yeah.
or it was close to this time. And I think Huxley and Darwin and all his folks were involved with it too. The Royal Society of Sciences are pretty corrupt. They were paid off to push this narrative for science. They wanted to get rid of the Christian narrative of Adam and Eve, the Bible, and all the rest of the other cultures. They wanted to get rid of their narrative and set a one world story about evolution. And
I used to
not
go
just
to
the
a
evolution of monkeys and stuff. We're talking like the evolution of planets, stars, and all the rest of them.
I had the best teacher ever when I used to go to a Christian school. She used to say, "Listen, guys, I'm gonna teach you today about the theory of evolution. This is nonsense, but I have to teach you this. We don't believe in any of this. This is impossible," she used to say. Make up your mind.
That
Chris said
Pangea
it.
crap as well. They want us to think all this land was all connected at one time. That's some bullshit.
When you're talking about Pangea, that was part of the whole push too. I'm sure.
Yeah, maybe it was connected before of the big flood, but it's not moving like they say. I don't think so.
I think the Earth was broken up during the big flood too.
Yeah.
By even the statements of the Bible and even the rest of the flood stories, the water, the amount of water it would take to flood the Earth would be a lot more than just 40 days of rain. That'd be a trickle in the bucket. Yeah. Yeah, so it does mention that the windows of heaven were opened in the Bible, and the fountains of the deep were broken up. So that would explain a lot of the chasms. And what are those things? Those craters? Yeah, just popping out of nowhere. Yeah,
geysers.
Yeah, perfectly 90-degree angled craters too, just like on the moon.
Always with a center spot too, like a dot in the center, like it healed over from being able to push water through, right?
Yeah, miracles never cease. I'm telling you, especially in the heliocentric model.
Right. I'm just waiting for a video of water going uphill.
Well, pray real hard. Yeah.
Play it, Roger.
Yeah. I was just thinking of water going uphill, and the only way you can get water to go uphill is you raise the water level high enough over the hill, and then it would go down the hill. Well,
yeah,
there you go.
Submerge the hill.
Yeah, that's water going uphill, I guess.
Yeah.
Earth, do you weigh the Earth? It sounds completely impossible, right?
Oh no, there's only one center,
Yeah.
Or maybe it's a guy named Water going uphill,
There you go. I tell you what, the next baby I have, I'll call it Water.
Water.
Ledwell. What do you think?
Agua Ledwell.
Oh yeah, we'll go Spanish with it. Gotta have agua. All right, Carbone, we'll play this thing
like a riddle. But back in the 1700s, this was one of the biggest questions in physics, and a group of scientists thought they'd found a really clever way to get an answer. And here's the best part. Their solution didn't involve some futuristic death ray or digging to the center of the planet. Nope. It involved a team hauling incredibly delicate instruments up a cold, windswept mountain in the Scottish Highlands, all to measure a tiny, tiny effect using a simple pendulum. So, where did this wild idea even come from? Well, you have to go all the way back to the man himself, the giant of physics, Isaac Newton. He was actually the first person to seriously think about how you could possibly measure the mass of our planet. But here's the catch. Even though Newton came up with the basic theory, he was also its biggest skeptic. He ran the numbers and basically said any real mountain would have such a tiny gravitational pull that there's no way the instruments of his time could ever detect it. He essentially said, "Great idea, guys, but don't even bother trying." So let's break down the theory.
Can you see Newton saying that? He came up with a theory. Great idea, guys. Don't bother trying, though.
Yeah.
The humility on the guy.
Very, very, very.
Yeah.
Muy humilde. Houston el humilde. Newton, what was his name? This guy.
Dude, I did a show on it, like a historical show on his history. Dude, he was so many different things. When he passed away, you know what he was actually doing for the Royals? He was running the mint. That's what he did. He was printing money. He was a banker, the head of the bank of whatever England or Scotland or whatever that was at the time.
He must have been Jamaican. He had
guys,
5 job man.
Yeah.
Were this guy even real at the end
I
of
don't
the
know.
day?
I doubt it. A real
From what I
Mason.
from what I got
probably
out of it, he's really had some problems, especially socially. He was really awkward, according to what they were saying, and he had some dark secrets because he didn't believe in the Holy Trinity. He was a Calvinist, from what I can tell, from what they were saying. This is the mainstream narrative, and he did push the law of gravity through, according to this one, the universal theory of gravity, like all matter attracts matter, kind of thing. But that was never proven. He just postulated a theory, pushed it through as a law over some jaggy experiments like Cavendish. But Cavendish wasn't even trying to prove gravity, but he kind of was. He was just trying to get what they're getting out of here is the density of the Earth. And this is the continuation of what Cavendish tried to do. And this is supposedly what put the cap in it. This is what proved gravity right here. This very experiment. This made Newtonian's gravitational law a constant. This is what they refer to in the rhetoric. This very experiment. Weird. But what it is, they pre-assume the gravity of the Earth to actually prove this experiment here.
It's inductive reasoning. This is not science. This is belief.
Yeah, and they went through so much stuff. You'll see what they go through here in a minute. It's a lot of gymnastics, and you see the diagrams in the sky. Those are the zenith angles they're using to compare the pendulum to. They're not using a straight horizontal line. They use like a special theodolite to get their their vertical zenith, and they diverge because they measure it from the center of the Earth. It's a pre-assumption that they're actually
we always go back to the same spot. Why you have to look at the sky to know where you're standing on? It affirms.
Yeah, but they got an affection for the stars. Like that shows where we exactly are right now. They're not just luminaries in this. Yeah, I think they kind of worship it. I'm gonna play
in a way.
Yeah, in a way. Oh yeah, they put a whole religion to it, like the zodiac and all the cosmological references they make in all the occults and stuff. They all reference them.
All the planets.
By the way, they get offended when by the way they get offended when you talk about their gods. It's like you're talking to a very religious cultist person, you know. So you can say whatever you. Yeah, you can say whatever you want about God. I don't care. I know what I believe. I know it's real. You know, I don't go by the Bible. I was raised by Catholic, but I believe there is God. There is a God. You know.
Yeah, me too.
I don't care about religion, ethnicity, race. I don't care about that shit. I only care about my human fellow man. That's it.
Yeah, I think natural sciences actually point to a creator, a God, our God.
Of course.
Yeah,
we are creators, so
I think
it's only logical. You know, we create stuff. It's only logical that there is a creator. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I'm not making an argument from any kind of fallacy in that regards. I'm pretty sure that most people would agree with, except an atheist. But even an atheist has to think there might be a God or some kind. I think even by the name, right? They're atheists. Yeah,
of course. Did you see what they asked the famous atheist? Like, do you think there are aliens? And he said, yeah, probably. What about if we were created by aliens? Who created them? The guy was like, he couldn't say anything, you know?
Well, he's got to make up another story to go with that, but I'm pretty sure, he can't validate those things. And the
It's the
media
prime.
likes to push that stuff
It's
constantly.
the
don't they?
primordial soup, Roger. It's the primordial Chinese soup.
Well,
You
then they
know,
try to
the
build it
Chitty
like
Wong. Chitty
Shitty
Wong
Wong.
soup. Chitty Wong soup. Do you want
Well,
some Chitty Wong soup?
well, I think it's like Frankenstein's monster. If you look at primordial soup, basically
Yeah.
what they try to grow a protocell, and what they put every kind of protein and uh, amino acids into a vat, stir it up, and add electricity, sunlight, all kinds of variables,
And
and they've
even
yet, yeah, they've yet
and
to make a
even
living
in
cell.
yeah,
Yeah,
even in
what
the
it re-
Frankenstein model, he didn't even create shit. He just put some pieces together and the spark came, you know? So you don't create anything.
yeah, but I mean, most atheists look at Christ's story like the same thing, like the resurrection would actually be kind of like Frankenstein's story.
Yeah.
It's all supernatural in that regards.
Man,
But
I
you
don't
know,
know how I used to be an atheist, man. I was so stupid.
true. But the thing is, I think Rome hijacked a lot of the Christianity. They control a lot of it too.
It's their religion,
Yeah,
man.
they've hijacked everything.
Yeah,
They're everywhere.
Rome. All right, let's play some more.
It's actually pretty elegant. You've got a plumb line, a weight on a string. It hangs perfectly straight down, pointing right to the center of the Earth's gravity. But Newton's big idea was that every object with
Perpendicular.
mass pulls on
See,
every...
not all plumb bobs hang to the center of gravity. When you were hanging your plumb bob to build your shed, right? You were thinking that's pointed right at the center of gravity, right?
Yeah. My plumb bob is hanging.
Yeah. They actually they say that's why there's diverging zenith angles, but I'll show you how they get to the diverging zenith angles here in a minute by actually uh, taking their readings from these stars. They're not completely at your horizon.
It's just perspective, right?
Flurspective, what do you say?
Perspective.
Yeah, they don't. They say they take perspective into account now, but when they first got most of the people in the arena, they didn't use perspective. They used autographic view. So they drew out their curvature, like the curve map, over 3 miles or so. That's when you start hitting the curve, depending on your height and altitude. You've worked a curve calculator once or twice. Anybody here?
Couple
I pulled it
times.
once, but I don't care about that.
No.
It's
Hey,
their
anything.
math. It doesn't prove anything. It doesn't change anything.
It's been falsified.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, QE did that back in 2016. He gave him a worm to bite on too. Refraction. Here's some refraction for you guys. See how that refraction is pulling that horizon up over the horizon?
They always keep adding stuff. I wonder
they
what
got
they're
an
gonna
excuse for
add
everything.
next. Yeah.
Dig that hole.
Oh, by the way, guys. By the way, did you see the next psyop which is coming? The Artemis on the 2/6.
Really?
On
They're
the
gonna do it
26. Yeah.
All right,
This
nice.
is what they say.
I'm holding my breath.
26.
Okay. Well, they did that 3 times in the last decade. They shot one up over the moon. Like the cow jumped over the moon thing. How did they get out? How did they get out of the Van Allen radiation belt? That's my question.
Every time I log in Facebook, all I have is like this NASA shit, man, all the time. I don't know why.
Look, we got company, y'all.
Is it bad company?
Oh yeah, I consider this guy bad company. Hey, bad company, how's it going? Did you get some rest today?
Oh, it must be D-Man.
It could be. I can't give it away. It's a surprise. I'll see you around front. Ready? Go. All right, we'll play a little more of this. It's really interesting.
Every other object with mass. That means a huge mountain right next to your plumb line should pull it just a tiny bit to the side. The real challenge? Measuring that impossibly small deflection. So,
We're-
fast
we're-
forward a few decades
I put a
after
link-
Newton,
link back here.
the Royal Society in London decides, you know what?
We were
Let's
in
give
here earlier,
Newton's
but I wouldn't
impossible
play this
idea a
video.
shot. But they knew that everything, and I mean everything, depended on finding the
share it to,
absolute perfect
Google
mountain.
Meets.
You couldn't just pick
Get an
any
audio.
old hill. This kicked off a global search for the perfect natural laboratory.
Now, there had been an earlier try back
The perfect natural. You heard that? The perfect.
I'm gonna
Nature
use
is
this
the
as
perfect
excuse,
laboratory.
man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use this as an excuse when I go skiing. It was
Oh, yeah.
it was the mountain who made me fall.
Well, the boogeyman's behind you
Gravity.
right there. Say hi to
D-Man.
D-Man.
How you
What's going on?
What's up, brother?
Okay, you man.
I just woke up, drinking a
Oh,
cup of
nice.
coffee.
Nice. That was a decent stream you did on Sobs. That was a laid back. You just had conversation, from what I could tell. There was
Yeah,
no
easy
no
going.
trolls.
That's how it should be every time.
Damn straight.
Yeah.
That's how it should be all the time.
Yep.
If there's any kind of
Troll-free
negative
zone.
conflict bullshit, then you're like, see ya.
Yeah, PJ's having a
Au revoir.
premiere in 48 minutes. I'm gonna have to go to bed in the next hour and a half, though. I did sleep some today. I didn't work tonight. I called out. They kind of like put off with me. It's been like almost 4 days of no work, but I couldn't have done it. I'd been winded. It got worse,
Yeah, you gotta take a break.
and recover. I'm drinking tons of vitamin C, eating fruit. I'm
Yep.
not eating the junk. Just trying to get my system cleaned out. It's
Yeah.
working. It's taking time. I think it has something to do with the kids. Like, let's see.
Probably.
Yeah, here they first tried this at this volcano. I guess they couldn't get it because it was snowing. Yeah, that's your excuse, right? Sat there, snow on the
Yeah.
mountain. Yeah, but you know they're actually measuring to gravity. They actually have a measurement to the presupposed sphere Earth. That's where they get these diverging zenith angles from. They use
Yo, I
those
think-
coordinates. Yeah,
I think those guys were just pleasing their patrons, Oh, we're gonna go measure this. Yeah, they were just chilling and going for hookers and that stuff.
no, I think they didn't measure anything. What they measured the gravitation, what gravity is to the center of the Earth, but they have to
They
convert that to a flat plane to get an actual coordinate system made. That's where they get the spherical look to the grid they have. It's
It's adjusted. They're adjusting
Yeah.
Yeah.
to a shape other than what it is.
yeah, and
Taking the initial, what do you call it, to a flat, then saying, okay, now let's reshape it to something else.
Yeah.
That's all.
the next stream we're going to do, I'm going through the ordinate surveys, and they measure everything, including the sky, the Earth,
They can-
Earth, sky.
They
It's
can
flat.
measure that thing on any fucking surface.
Yeah.
Be like, here, we got a measurement. Oh, yeah, it's
Yeah. Well, the
it's a
ordinance
square.
survey is what they use in Europe for the most part. So all those measurements in Europe were done flat. They use benchmarks. The datum is at sea level. That's where it is. It stays there all across Europe, Asia. But when it got to India and stuff, when they started getting into the modern geodetic survey, and that's what they threw in the gravity measurements to go with it, brought in the science with it. But before that, we were just measuring it flat. It's pretty amazing, though, how they can turn it into this.
In 1738, a couple of French astronomers gave it a go on the massive Chimborazo volcano in Ecuador. But the conditions were just brutal, and while they thought they saw a tiny deflection, the results were kind of murky.
Okay.
Never really
You'll get a kick out of this, D-Man. You see how they'll show how they get the deflection.
Oh, shit, I think I screwed it up.
What'd you screw up?
Hold on.
Get it straight, man.
Wow. Jesus. Okay, I got it.
You look good. I like the green. Pretty.
Close this. All right. There
Close this, open this, shut that door.
Jesus. Oh, it's early in the morning.
Did you get that coffee? Did you pour it in?
I'm
right
still a
to
little
left?
groggy, man. I'm Captain JJ.
I saw that. So you pour your coffee in left to right or right to left this morning?
Today was clockwise.
Nice.
Yesterday was counterclockwise. I don't
I like
know
the way
how I
you-
was able to do it. but
I like the
can
way
do
you
it.
overcome that Coriolis effect.
I
especially-
I do it every day just to make sure that we're still spinning.
Oh, cool, man. Well, you're in the northern hemisphere, so you can do it either way, dude. You got magic.
Yeah, man.
I think
Magic.
I'm a little bit sideways today.
Oh god.
know,
I claim reference frames. Like, oh, that's how it's all done. But when they get this deviation, they use like theodolites and telescopes to look at stars to get their deviation on the pendulum.
Yo, the next time somebody asks me for a model, I'm gonna send them a bowl of soup. I'm gonna tell them, there's your model.
So next time you make a measurement, you're gonna start looking at the star. Like
I
that
mean,
star
Yeah.
would
you know.
ah
Well,
yeah.
why doesn't the fluid just keep spinning once I get it to go in that direction? See, I should just be able to.
Oh,
It should just continually keep going because
it's
of
gravity.
gravity
Yeah.
and mass attracting mass,
Gravity.
obviously.
Gravity.
So I mean, obviously, this is it's lying to me. The coffee and the mug are lying.
But remember, you are not actually holding a cup in your hand. It's only the image,
The
of
mirage.
the
It's
cup,
refracted.
the mirage.
Yeah, it's
It's
refraction.
refracted. You are actually holding an image in your mind.
Thank
of
God
the
all you
cup.
guys. Thank God all those guys are here to steer me in the right direction.
Yeah. Well,
Yes,
here's
thank
the other
you.
thing with it. They actually, when they're staring at the stars with their theodolites and stuff, they account for refraction to get those deviations. You understand what I'm saying? Like that's part of it too. It's this whole thing is it's all tied in a lot of fallacies. You're not looking at an actual mountain right here. That mountain's actually what 2 arc angles from where it is within a second. It's a holographic image of what you're looking at. The same with the stars too. Their measurements have no physicality to them at all. They're not measured to physical objects.
Man, it's just perspectives. And they're luminaries, just lights in
Oh.
the sky. They can't tell us how far they are.
I got a video for you too.
Oh, look, PJ's going live here. Oh, he's doing a premiere. And by the way, if you have anything you want to throw at Flats, his GoFundMe's at the top of the page.
Yeah, I might chuck him a few bucks today. So
Yeah, they're kind of hurting for parts right now.
yeah, he fucking one of the bearings. I don't know if he spun. Well, he didn't spin a bearing. I think one of the bearings just literally fell apart.
Yeah,
That car was-
if you spin a bearing, you're going to end up doing a lot more machine work.
It wrecks the crank. It wrecks the journal on the crank. I've done it.
Yeah, last time I had to pay for a head job and I had to get new head. I had to get the head turned, and
Yeah, I rebuilt a 302.
it was like $1,700, man. That was a lot of money.
I got lucky. My brother knew machinist, so I dropped. I give them the crank, and they just reground it. And when I got new bearings, I just got oversized bearings to compensate for what they took off the crank. You just resurfaced it. It was fine.
You didn't have to get the valves done or anything?
No. The heads were fine. It was an old. I don't want to derail you, but it was a fuel injected 302 from a car from the 80s, and we basically made a new transmount and used an old transmission on an 80s. Yeah, no, just a regular 302, no fancy Boss one, just a regular 302 out of a totaled Fox body. I bought it for $300.
I like those. Those are nice.
Yeah, and threw it in a Torino.
Oh, nice.
With a lot of adapters and.
My Explorer has a 302 in it.
Yep.
They call it a 5.0, but it's pretty much the same torque. They geared it low, put an all drive system in it. It works good for what it is. It's just I have a problem with the engineering part of this thing. The way they made this, there's a gasket between the head and the injectors that are all connected. They wear out and they'll bleed oil through them, and it gets into the injectors. They'll start to foul out. It pull it in apart.
Surprised NASA doesn't make a vehicle line like make of vehicles.
Well, I heard that Owen Benjamin called them out on their engineering with batteries with the Discovery. It's like they made a battery in the late 60s that'll last forever with just solar power.
I love NASA.
Yeah.
What is my 7K?
How does solar power get to the Discovery satellite all the time? It's always in the sunlight. That's how it's powering itself, sending back data.
No, and how is it working with today's technology?
Goldilocks zone.
Oh yeah. Well, we save that technology because we know we need it later to prove that space is real.
Yeah, but we lost the technology to go to the moon because it was very painful, right?
Yeah, it was painful to go to the moon. Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
When you can provide some evidence for it, I'll be willing to look at it.
Fantasías
Oh,
animadas de ayer y hoy
wait.
presenta.
You did say they're going back in 2026, right?
Yeah, they going back. That's what they say. I left a comment because they were saying like a whole month of preparation in the simulation. I was saying a whole month of filming, right?
Yes, in a pool.
Yeah, I was wondering why they never accused India of stealing the telemetry data.
Oh yeah, how did they get there without the telemetry data? That's what I got.
Right. They had to have. They have to be the ones that stole it.
Well, Russia's always had it, though. Have you known that?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. How many times did they even claim they went to the moon? Russian? A few?
I don't know. Yeah, they're like I think at least 4 or 5 times, and I've heard like they've had failed attempts at it too.
I'm gonna prepare a spaceship. I want to go to the moon now. If you know what I mean.
Go to the backyard, get you a cardboard box and a bong. You'll be good.
So funny, guys.
All right, I'm gonna play a little more of this. I want to get into where they actually show how they make their measurements. That's really the good part. Let's see if I can skip ahead a little bit. I don't want to skip past it.
You got a yardstick.
A yardstick. Well, they did one in the rain, one of these experiments. So I think they did all the variables. One in the snow, one in the rain. You had a real long yardstick. Hell, here's the stages of it. This is where I'll start at.
Did they do one in the air?
Yeah, they flew a magic carpet up the side of the hill in the middle of a blizzard.
Way, for sure. And the process they used was just incredibly meticulous. First, they built 2 tiny observatories, one on the north face and one on the south. Then, from inside each one, Maskelyne used a super precise telescope called a zenith sector to measure the positions of certain stars. By comparing the star's position
Okay, they use a telescope and basically what a theodolite is now.
It was super precise.
Super, yes, absolutely but they don't even claim.
Super duper.
Super. Yeah, but see, they're looking at refracted images anyways. That's what they say. So they're not accurate with their zeniths because everything's refracted into the atmosphere.
And there's an azimuthal dome of observation. It's all by the observer, It's all perspective. Yeah.
Well, perspectives regarding the celestials is hard to really grasp because we can't ascribe any natural. We can't say what it is. So
right.
I guarantee you there is perspective involved in it. They just don't keep that into account. They have a thing called celestial refraction. This is what I'm actually going to talk about. This is what they're going to talk about. That's what you're not looking at the actual celestial image. It's refracted from another place. It's never exactly where you see it. It's refracted in the celestial refraction. They have an index for that shit too. So,
relative to his plumb line from the north side.
Yeah, perspective. I would call that glowspective.
And then doing it again from the south side, he could figure.
You had $1 for every time they use the word refraction.
Oh yeah. Well, there's a refractive index to everything, but they claim that everything's not subject to a medium in the vacuum of space.
Yeah, cool story.
Yeah, that's how the light from 93 million miles gets to here.
Yeah, that's how the impossible happens.
Yeah, but then you'll get Brenda like, well, space isn't a complete vacuum. Like, oh, thank you.
Yeah, where nothing exists, but everything is possible.
Yeah, it's the fantasy land. Yeah. I think Eric Bay coined it like this. It's like the pseudo beyond space. Yeah.
Imagination land, I told you guys.
Well, I'm pretty sure your death awaits there. If you look at all their descriptions of all the so-called planets, they're uninhabitable completely. And they're trying to get to one that's completely uninhabitable now. Why would you do that? I don't know.
They want to terraform it. I mean, how they going to do it? They're going to explode some hydrogen shed, and then it's going to start raining, and life is going to start? Come on,
well, they're going to ship a small biosphere and a whole bunch of water, and then they'll work agriculture in slowly over time. They'll figure out the days and the nights on the large sphere called Mars, and then soon it'll be Earth, and it'll take the Earth's place in the Goldilocks.
Sign me in. I want to go. I
That was
hope they
it.
have a bathroom at least, you know?
No, they don't.
Oh shit.
They
You got to
got
use a diaper
dispensary?
till
Oh
you get
shit.
there. Then you'll have to build a latrine.
Well,
And,
I'm
it,
gonna take the chance. All about the science, guys. I trust science.
and you don't mind drinking your own piss for like a year, right? You
Well,
good with that?
if it's there, what there is, what if they do it, you know?
Huh? uh, just go watch Bart
You,
Sombrell
you at
last
least
fool.
get to mix your piss with Tang,
Maybe that's why they made Tang.
right?
That
Dilute the piss a little.
oh yeah, maybe Tang will cure my cold too. I should go buy some.
Yeah.
Man, Tang. Refreshing in the summer.
It's chock full of vitamin C.
Figure out the total deflection. And he didn't do it just once, he did hundreds of observations to make sure he was right. And after all that painstaking work, in the wind and the rain, this is what he found. A total deflection of 11.6 arc seconds. To give you some perspective, a full circle has 360 degrees, each degree has 60 arc minutes, and each arc minute has 60 arc seconds. So we're talking about a ridiculously small angle. Measuring that at all was a massive achievement. Okay, but measuring...
Now here's my big question. Where's their work published at? I want to see it.
I mean, 11.6.
Well, they said they achieved it. Isn't that a number?
That's arc seconds.
Come
If
on,
you look at
but
a
I mean-
theodolite, which is that's what they're using, arc seconds.
11 times 6. Come
Yeah.
on, guys.
But even in their model, their arc seconds are actually done with refraction on both of those levels. So that star is not actually where it is. That zenith is not exactly where it should be. It's an imaginary place where it used to be. They can't get an exact. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah, you can't pinpoint this shit.
Yeah, you don't have it. And this is what Space Audits is doing. They're actually going through and they're showing this on a flat Earth where the geo. The actual position of the stars are where they would be occulted or where they would be in their positions.
The initial,
yeah,
the initial observation, the initial numbers. So what they got on the first is actually what it really is. Then they fuck it up into another shape, and that's not what it actually is. They actually take the initial numbers and then fudge them into something else. They fudge them into a different shape to get their bullshit.
So this is part of their bullshit.
Yeah,
it really
I know what
is.
you're talking about.
Yeah. It's geographic location of that star on a flat Earth. The arc seconds match up for the most part where it actually would be, but when they're included, they're not visible, but they're actually in a geographical place. That's where they are, but theirs is refracted all the way through, and they add the extra seconds, and they say it's because of refraction. So this is not a physical measurement they made at this freaking place. This is a bunch of bullshit that they tried to prove their globe, and they weighed the Earth's mean density. We know it's a sphere because of this.
How many Masons does it take to measure the stars?
I don't know, dude. I use a rule of thumb when it comes to that.
Listen, guys, what do you think the model is going to look like in the next 10 years for these globers?
I think they're going for a really big ball, like a large geocentric ball, because they want to appease both sides of the sciences. So, So we all got to get along. Reality is going to go out the window, and just what you come with your own theses.
Well, they're trying. I think they're trying. They have to come up with a shape that's size that's way bigger. I mean, I think it's where that 60th parallel isn't what's left. It's not 5 times the size of what's inside the 60th parallel. It's just a little bit bigger, and it's only bigger on one side of what I think it is.
They can't change it though. They can't make it bigger just because of the fact that it screws up everything, all the time cycles.
Well, you know what it is? It's the physicality of it. Because if you were going over the surface, you would get a change in your body position, and you would feel every second of it. You would feel every tilt, every degree. So it doesn't work. So what they're trying to do is make the shape, the size bigger, to say, oh, well, in this space that we're allowed to go, you're not going to feel any change in your body because we're only traveling over this little distance when really it's 90 times the size. This
Yeah,
is
but
their
they're
way
stuck
to
with
try
those
to get
numbers,
around
though.
it.
Just
Yeah, they
because
are
know.
right now. Those numbers are stuck on the grid because that's what they made. But
And to
the
be
thing is,
honest,
yeah.
you know, to think that they didn't work is actually foolish because, you know, they've convinced all of us, you know, for many,
Yeah,
many, many years that
many years,
it is
guys.
real.
Well, the
But
thing
Yeah,
is, like, yeah. Go ahead.
go on, go on.
Heather.
No, no, go on.
Oh, I was going to say that the best example I've seen of how they actually hijacked all the measurements, all the mapping, all the cartography is what early 1700s or late 1700s, right? They did a thing on space. Was it Space Odyssey or no? It was on Globebusters. They actually went back to the history of how they hijacked mapping cartography. And they used fear mongering, basically like the press. People were wrecking their ships because they needed a decent map. We have the best one, so they did a composite, and made it into a globe over time. Uh, that was the Vatican that did it. I'm pretty sure they were
imagine that.
responsible for it. Yeah,
I
and the
mean,
royals
whoever
were.
controls the narrative is in charge. You know, they can tell you
Well,
whatever they want. You are
they,
no one to
yeah,
Everything that they
challenge them.
have falls apart once you understand that we've been reset. Because
yeah,
once you understand that, then you know that everything is bullshit. Everything's a story. Everybody's an actor because none of it's organic. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
No,
Well,
not at all.
I can tell you how they did it on the celestial scale. What they did is they took the Vernon equinox and they charted all the stars at that time, and that's what they built all their maps and all their charts off of for the globe. So it's all based on that cycle. The Vernon equinox is right there. That's where it sits. That's why they put the tilt in there because that's where the maps are actually orientated. So that any star in any season in the almanacs actually refers back to the charts they built off the Vernon equinox. Even the star charts, like the one I got here, is built
There
off of
you
that.
there you have the Texas sharpshooter fallacy.
Okay, yeah.
I'm working on it.
Well, yeah, that's yeah, but I mean that fallacy runs deep, dude. It's how all the almanacs they're made for the maps, all the star charts. It's all
Oh
based
yeah.
on that. Yeah,
Oh,
Oh yeah.
really,
They have a
Roger? Oh,
narrative and then
really?
paint
You
everything
gonna
I
go
around
don't.
with
it.
that, Roger?
Actually, we can show where they do it. They did it from a thing called the equatorial plane. That's where it's all based. It's all measured flat in that regards. That's how they gridded it out. But
Bro, I mean, where they measuring from? The
uh,
surface or from
the
the
surface,
space?
yes, it's made. It's measured from
So,
the surface with a pre-assumed assumption that we're looking at now of a globe. So it's modeled on here.
I think, in my opinion, this is something that I think this is like an alpha plane in AutoCAD. It's extended on. We're not gonna be able to know the ends of it. Because it doesn't have.
Yeah.
How long is
Well,
this video?
I don't know. Let's see. I was going to play some fallacies here for JJ. This video is, from what I can tell, about 8 minutes. We're
Uh,
almost done with it, but I mean, there's not much more to really cover in here. I can show you. You saw how they got their measurements with their little theodolites observatories.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, so their diverging zenith angles are a fallacy in themselves.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
They're doing what Alan and Shane are showing.
Well, they start off. They measured to gravity, the 9.8 meters per second squared but they consider that a measurement, like it's a pull to this point. I don't know how you measure that,
I
or
don't know how you measure something non-physical.
yeah,
Like, I don't know what the
they're
fuck.
just taking weight. And what they did is they use those theodolites to uh, get the divergence, what they're looking for. It took them days and weeks to get even the effect over through weather and everything else. But I don't think I've looked at it, and I've never seen a plumb bob do anything like that anywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You need to use Coriolis for that. To
yeah,
measure
well,
something
yeah.
which has no shape.
Well, they've got some kind of demonstrations. A few like Main Surveyor has somewhere. Look, it's deviating somewhat. I've seen some plumb bobs actually hit the wall instead of stay still. But I'm pretty sure that Keith says this himself too. You know what Bernoulli's principle is, right?
yeah.
There's higher pressure in shorter gaps, closer to surfaces. So you'll get some deviation toward it because of air pressure. And I think dielectrics have a little thing to do, especially at higher altitudes like that, because there's higher like electric flow in that area. So it pushes the air and water and anything else in it towards. It's a push, not a pull. It pushes things around. So you'll get a slight deviation if there's a constant current, like they're saying with you call it ether or whatever. You can measure that higher up you go. You'll see there's a different voltage level.
Yeah,
in the
potential charge rises the higher you go.
Yeah, so that would have something to do with it. And I got this from Luca today. Like, I'm sure they accounted for all that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did. Yeah. So that's like they didn't. There's so many variables in this, and they say they got a modern version of it. I've seen it, but they use it in a contained system, and they use basically a Cavendish kind of thing. I don't think anybody's taken a pendulum up on the mountain in a long time. I'm gonna stop sharing this thing. Well, JJ, you want to go through your fallacies right quick?
It's all good, man. You could do whatever you want, man. We could do some other time.
No, yeah. Well, I'm going to be doing a stream. How many hours? Yeah, I got another. I want to go through ordinate the surveys and stuff and show how they're actually measured and how they do conversions.
I threw one in the back I found today. That's a real good one.
Yeah, I saw that. That's why I asked JJ if he wanted me to go through.
I'm not worried about it.
Okay. Yeah, I want him to cover me and Wesley's so-called debate.
Reported JJ.
Yeah, I know. I want him to call out the fallacies in it.
We need a good mod, someone tough.
Yeah, Flats is going to mod for me. I don't know why Wesley agreed to Flats modding because he has somewhat of a bias.
But I mean, Wesley is lost since the beginning of the debate. You just want to spend some time with him. Tell the truth, Roger.
No, not really.
We know he's not gonna show anything new. So he's not gonna bring any
shit.
It's gonna be the same fallacies.
It's gonna be a lot of fantasy shit.
Yeah, all his bullshit. I am on a forensic whatever he is. Come on.
I'll show you the email he sent me with the list. He wanted to start off with Newton's theory of gravitation and Einstein's, which I told him earlier that he conceded on Newton's theory because that's been replaced by Einstein. So I said, we'll stick with Einstein's. And then I told him he's got to provide an experiment to prove relativity, special relativity. That's what we're going to go to.
You know what I find funny? Sorry, Roger, to cut you off, man.
No, you didn't.
Guys, you know what I find funny? For people who say that they don't believe in the Bible and because it's not the Word of God, they really believe in a lot of books. You know what I mean? They really trust in other men, but they don't trust the book that was inspired by God. Come on, guys. You have your own gods. Just say it.
Yeah, they do. They have their own heroes, too, and their own demons.
Yeah.
In the same process.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll see. This looks like I've seen this one before, D-Man. I think I have. This is the first time I've clicked on BitChute and did get a commercial right off the bat, too.
Nice.
I don't know. They're thinking of me. It's too bad. Can you live stream to BitChute?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. Well, actually, I don't know. You might be able to, but I think you have to like get an account kind of thing, like a YouTube kind of.
Yeah, well, I had to get YouTube.
I've never seen anybody stream live from BitChute. You can upload your lives on there, but I don't think it's a live platform.
I don't know. I've never looked.
Yeah, neither have I. I think Odyssey used to do that, didn't they? Live stream or no?
Yeah, Odyssey definitely did.
Yeah, it was a good platform at one point in time. What happened to that?
That's because we're all desperate for new platforms because,
because these ones suck.
Yeah, exactly. They were all being censored, and it's just another wing is all it is.
I think PJ's premiering right now, too. Hold on.
I thought this one was good just because it gives you a really simple explanation for what you're seeing. I thought it kind of explains it in a simple way that's short and sweet. Doesn't have a lot of fluff.
Wasn't too bad either. I don't know if you guys remember that one.
Yeah, I remember D-Live.
Yeah.
Okay.
Salty Cracker was going to D-Live and Odyssey and all that shit.
Yeah.
I like Salty Cracker.
I'm gonna go over and watch PJ's premiere in a second. I think he's already coming on. I don't know what he's premiered. He just posted it. I don't know why I'm even up this late. I slept half the day though.
Yeah. As soon as Swap Show was over, I went and laid down and I crashed right out. I don't even remember falling asleep. Woke up, the light was still on, and I was like, "Holy shit!" I fell asleep with the lights on.
We did watch boxing on PJ's tonight, though. We had a good little fight going on. And we got to watch the latest knockout. You've seen it, haven't you?
Oh, did you watch the Jake Paul thing?
Yeah, it was short fight. I think 6 rounds before he got knocked out.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Did you guys see the accident?
What accident?
Anthony Joshua. You didn't see it? You didn't catch that one?
No, we watched that fight too. Yeah.
Three people dead.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
Oh, what, something fall or something?
No, he got in a car wreck, dude.
I don't buy it.
Yeah. Okay, I knew what you were talking about.
One of them got decapitated. Yeah. That's a good way to go. You won't be thinking about it.
No.
We had in the last job I had, we had a Range Rover rented to a guy in Ibiza. He had an accident. All of them dead, brother. The car was crazy. I woke up in the morning. I was looking at the GPSs of the car because it was a rental car, and I see the car stopped there in the GPS signal. It was stopped there, and I was looking in the newspaper, and I saw the car. I said, "Fuck, bro, crazy."
That doesn't sound good.
Crazy, brother.
Yeah, I've seen some bad car wrecks in my day.
Oh, yeah.
Well, hey, let's watch this.
Okay, we're ready?
Let's go.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm going there.
Good one.
Poop. Have all you.
The Earth. Is it really just a big ball floating in space? Spinning on its axis at 1,000 miles per hour? Hurtling around the sun at 67,000 miles per hour? Whizzing through the Milky Way at a milk-curdling speed of over 500,000 miles per hour? And warp driving through the heaven at over 500 million miles per hour? And what about the sun? Is it really 93 million miles away and close to 1 million miles in diameter, with a circumference of nearly 3 million miles? And it's constantly illuminating half of our entire Earth's surface with the rotation of the Earth, creating our 24-hour days, our night days? Or, shh, the Earth is flat. And maybe it's completely still, just like we experience. And maybe the sun isn't big, but is very small and very close, and not illuminating the Earth from 93 million miles, but is illuminating locally.
Hold on, I recognize that voice. Is that P. Brain?
Lucilian or whatever the guy's name is?
No, it's P. Brain.
Yeah. Oh.
You should go watch the P. Brain videos, JJ, if you haven't. Just go to his channel. It's just spelled P-brain. You'll get him. But he just deals with more of the physical part than
He's good.
Cosmology, I say.
Maybe everything, the sun, moon, and stars, are not far away, but are circling overhead relatively close. In this video, we're going to explore the latter option, and at the end, we're going to reveal startling evidence through the use of time-lapse photography that the sun cannot possibly be 93 million miles away, but is in fact very close, and is illuminating locally as it traverses our flat Earth. Oh man, and watch how this sun comes at you. Boom. I mean, come on.
It looked like a sunrise, didn't it? Nah.
And that's all perspective. If you look at jet trails, Google Images, you'll see them. They start out low at the horizon. They come up overhead. Look at that thing. They come up overhead, and then they go down to the horizon. Perfectly explains what the sun would do. Here it is going overhead. I love time-lapse. And look at this. You can't go out and look at the sun. You can't see this stuff, except that it's on, time-lapse like this. It's incredible. Now watch this thing. It's sweeping. The sun over flat Earth is doing a big circle, right? Look at this thing. See it sweeping to the right? It's like a lefty bowler. Just toss that down the alley, and there it goes, hooking into the pocket.
got to address Lee right quick. Is there any data supporting your globe Earth right quick? Can you come in and present some of it right quick? There's a link at the top. You're welcome to come in here and show us your globe. I do think we have just as much data as you have supporting your model.
Well, just use your eyes.
Yeah, there you go.
Need to do.
Open them up.
That's it.
You can see how the clouds angle down to the horizon. I shot it there. That's exactly how the sun would do on flat Earth. Okay, back to the Copernican principle, and this is what they tell us. The sun is 93 million miles away. Now, I'm going to show you evidence through sunsets that shows the sun light following the sun over the horizon, and it shrinks as it goes over. Now, there's no way it would do that if the sun is 93 million miles away. Okay, first I'm going to show you some footage from the ISS. Okay, now watch this animation. Watch this sunset. Now this is exactly, if they came to me and said, do an animation, this is how I would do it. If the sun were 93 million miles away. Just like that. Have the whole horizon fade evenly. But that's not what we see. Okay, wow, look at that. Look how the light lifts off the ground like a big wedge or like lifting up a sheet of paper. That's incredible footage. Definitely the light's following the sun, right? Okay, next I'm going to show you how a sun that is circling over the Earth, that creates the horizontal aspect of the sun. If you combine that with perspective, which creates the up and down of the sun, the rising and the setting, you get the 23.5 degree tilt that they talk about. It's nothing but perspective and the circling the sun. Here's another sun sweeping out a big circle. Okay, here's a phenomenon that you might be wondering, how in the heck do you explain this on a flat Earth? Well, this footage is taken from Alaska during the summer, and the sun does look like it's going up and down. The reason it's doing that is that this town in Alaska is not in the center of the sun's circular circuit. In other words, the sun is making a big circle, and the town is not in the center of that circle. So the sun will be closer and further from the viewer with the camera. That will cause it to go higher and lower, and also maybe even bigger and smaller. Look at the high altitude airplane. Remember, this is from a high altitude balloon. So that airplane is probably at cruising altitude. Notice how it looks like it's going up from the horizon. That's exactly how the sun will rise, because that plane is staying parallel to the ground. And now watch, it'll go down to the other horizon. All right, again, perspective, that's how the sun will set. And forget the big ball, that's just due to a GoPro camera. But see how the sun, that's the point of this. And then also, look at the size of the sun, man. Look at that thing. I mean, there is something to it to say that we're higher up our view and the sun looks bigger and it looks like it's not as high in the sky as it does when we're on the ground. Something to that. Let's explore this notion a bit further that the sun looks bigger when filmed from higher up. The next 3 slides, I'm going to do a comparison, a side by side. The one on the left, the camera's above the clouds. The camera on the right is ground level.
So what did he vary in that scenario? Anybody know?
What did he what?
Yeah, what did he vary?
Well, you varied your height from the ground.
Yeah, field of view, right? Your eyesight. Yeah. Even with optics, it does the same thing, regardless.
Yep.
Strange.
I mean, it's gonna change as you raise yourself up and lower yourself, depending on where you're standing, what direction you're looking. There's tons of factor into that.
Yeah.
He could be standing in the center of that, and you wouldn't see that rise and drop. He could stand closer to one side and have it go way high up over his head, and then drop way down low because of one side being further away and him being closer to the other side that comes up over your head, and naturally is going to rise up because it's directly over you. You could put somebody at, if you slice that circular pattern into pie slices, you could just put somebody in the same thing and it's going to have the same effect as it's coming at you and going away from you, and everybody is going to see the same thing as it circles. So,
gotcha. Makes sense.
Yep. It's going to have the same effect no matter what.
They say it goes down behind the curve. Strange.
No.
It's like if you chase the sun, you can get a video of it.
Yeah. That's Terry Ackert. He can tell you all about it.
I like how they claim that, but realistically, according to their own model, we're allegedly spinning backwards away from it, and we're chasing it. So it's not going anywhere. It's going away from us, and we're just chasing it.
Everything would be different. How the light would disappear, how you would see the light.
Sunrise, because it's not rising, we are just spinning.
Right.
So
they can't even get their own model right,
Yeah. Where does the LE go? I was having a conversation with it, whatever it is.
How you would see the light coming in the morning would be different. It would be completely different if it was shaped over a curve. If it was a ball or a curved surface, even how the light would reflect over water would be totally different.
And don't you think if that sun was being chased at 66,000 miles an hour, don't you think it'd be leaving some kind of tail?
It would, and you would actually get north to south, somewhat star trails even in their photographs. You wouldn't just get a circular pattern. You would have like a little cross. Yeah.
All the planets are chasing it, so we'd be getting hit with debris and shit.
Gravity, sir. Gravity.
Well, you would see the shadow. You would see the shadow of the light from the Earth itself in the sky every day when the sun came up and went down. And you don't ever see. You don't ever see it.
What was it? Paul Clef.
I shouldn't say you should. You don't ever see it. Because it doesn't exist and you never have seen it.
Right. Nor you never will.
Yeah. Nor would you ever.
In their model, you would. But I guess light wraps around the ball.
But I mean, you're talking to people who think that they can't feel spinning, but they're spinning.
Yeah. And what's their excuse why they don't ever see the shadow in the sky? Is it refraction as well?
Ooh. I don't know, dude.
I don't know. But it wouldn't work.
Well, that is my shadow in the sky.
Gravity or refraction, pick one.
I got a name for a song, Shadow in the Sky. There you
go. No free speech.
No free speech. No way.
And the point for the side-by-side comparison from the ground level and the level above the clouds is that above the clouds we're only maybe a mile or so up, and if the sun appears to be closer to the camera, well, that means it's probably much closer, because if the sun were 93 million miles away, a mile closer wouldn't make any difference at all to its visual appearance.
You're going to explain a model I've already studied already, Joe Jesus? We already know what your model is. Full explanation. There's no real proof. That's so many observations right there alone. It don't show what they say goes.
Well, on the ground it's perspective.
Yeah.
So that's why it appears to come up, appears to rise up, and it's not rising up. It's just getting closer to you or going away from you.
I'm done arguing their model, but I can tell you that.
Yeah, we're all coming at you. Ain't going anywhere.
I just want to have fun with Einstein for a day. He was a nut. And it says apex right here, isn't it? So it will appear higher in your vision. But that's the curve. Where?
Okay, here's a little illustrator or a little cartoon from a website called timeanddate.com. It's really funny that they would have a perfect illustration of a sun rising and setting on a flat Earth due to perspective. You'll notice that it rises from below the horizon and sets below the horizon. Now you might be saying, well, how's that possible? I can see now you're saying that it rises and lowers due to perspective, but how does it disappear below the horizon? Well, I got a theory about that. Because of the fact that all parallel lines and planes converge at your eye level horizon, this is according to the perspective, I'm not making this up. If in fact, and they do, they converge at your eye level horizon visually, then it makes sense that after that point, they diverge, meaning they then separate. So the sun would continue on a downward track. As you can see from my illustration here, the lines would go to your horizon, and then afterwards, they would spread out and separate, kind of like a starburst, and the starburst being at your horizon, at your focal point. Anyway, without further ado, we're going to start talking about, and I'm going to start showing you the time lapse of the sunsets that I'm talking about that clearly show the sun is close and illuminating locally. Here we go. All right, and here are a couple of time-lapse sunsets, and just like the sunrises at the beginning of this video where you could see the sun coming at you, not maintaining any 93 million mile distance, here you can also see the sun moving away, and it's clearly not due to the rotation of the Earth and a sun that's maintaining 93 million miles away, but the sun is moving over the Earth and moving away from you.
Haven't seen the dome, but there must be a dome. Condensation only happens in a containment.
Good point that there.
In my opinion.
I mean, I don't think anybody can physically touch it. If there's one, it'd probably kill you to do it.
That's one thing. Touching it, seeing it with your own eyes, I don't think we're gonna be able, but condensation and all pressure, all this stuff only happens in a contained system. I'm sorry.
It works like that. Yeah. We can actually give you a scientific demonstration of it if you want.
Yeah, we have terrariums and stuff. There's a guy that makes huge terrariums in YouTube. You should check it out. I'm gonna find it.
That's physical. Yeah. All right, let's get back to the video, guys. They keep coming in by the dozen, don't they? I mean, if you got something you want to present, you can come here and we'll have a talk and I'll let you in. You can show me some physical evidence to prove your science. That'd be nice. Not just theories and papers and citations. We like demonstrations too. They're wonderful to have. Don't you agree? I do too.
Okay, these next three slides, the sun is almost set already behind the horizon, but watch as the sunlight shrinks and follows the sun. It's definitely a locally illuminating sun, Not far away, not very big, and definitely not 93 million miles away. Okay, remember this video from the beginning of the video? I showed you this one and how it's circling over the earth, and watch it sweep to the right like a bowler bowling it in there for a strike. Okay, now I want you to pay attention to the way the light follows the sun. The sunlight's going to shrink, right, as it follows the locally illuminating sun. Now watch this. See it shrinking, following the sun? You do not get that if the sun is 93 million miles away. The entire horizon should fade evenly, just like this supposed shot taken from space of the Earth. You can clearly see the way they depict it. They depict the demarcation between day and night, or light and dark, as a long straight line. And you can see the long straight line moving as one solid piece. That means that the sunset should all fade, the entire horizon should fade evenly. But that's not what we observe, as we will see and as we've seen in the footage so far. The sunlight shrinks and follows the sun over the horizon.
Can you stop for a second?
So these time-lapse sunsets are definitely the nail in the coffin for heliocentrism.
Gotcha.
But this particular one here, shot from above the...
Now what are you going to say?
The fix to this, to find out, as the light shrinks, notice how it's circular. Even as the light shrinks, it doesn't shrink evenly across the surface. It shrinks down into a circle as you see it pull down. The test that I think in my mind when I see that is that where you are, you get on the same angle that I am looking at the sun, so you can see the trajectory of where it's going. Put people at different angles to see where the light shrinks down, the angle of where that shrinks down, so you can see the path that it's taking from, dependent on where you're looking. So that way you can figure out the path that it's doing, and you can see it shrink. Like on that one, it was shrinking to the right. On the other one, it was shrinking more straight down. So you can tell where they were standing from the angle as the sun went over them and was going down, the path it's going.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't even have to see the sun to figure out the angle that it's actually going at, the direction it's moving at, because you can see how it shrinks down. It does that. That light starts to collapse down. You can see the angle and you could figure out, okay, it's going that direction. The light is the path that it's going is to the right. Somebody else could be standing, 1,000 miles away and be looking at the same thing as it rises up and goes down to see what angle it comes back down. You could figure that out pretty easily.
Yeah. That was I've heard people try to do this before. You have to get certain locations, right? You got to get certain elevations.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, it's easy enough to figure this stuff out just by looking at what time the sun sets. It rises and sets. And I mean, I did that when they were doing that fucking Antarctic bullshit, and the sun did its normal fucking circuit that it always does. Because the same day that shit was happening, I was looking almost half or 3/4 of the day and seeing the pattern of where the sun was rising, and the sun was still doing its circuit. So I knew that they were full of shit. I knew it. I said, here, I'm going to go look and find out where the fucking sun's rising.
Yeah.
And the sun did its normal shit that it always does. Didn't do anything different. It didn't go down to them and then do circles, and not come up on the complete opposite end of their globe, which was bullshit, because we never would have saw the sun if it was just spinning at the bottom of it. It would have been obscured by the land itself, the mass itself.
Even at the angle, at the distance too, they're saying it's parallel light coming from that far away. I know what they predict, how they predict it. That's why they put it so far away. But it's not. It's a local one. Light doesn't travel like that. But their model changes on. Hey, Joe, if you got a prediction, what are you saying about these observations we're making here? How do you predict this? It doesn't work on your model. What we're showing now.
No, it only works over a flat or a topographical plane.
Yeah,
as it does its circuit. Right, that circuit's never going to change for the entire existence of your life, and you've never seen it any different than what you've just seen in that video and what you see with your eyes every day till the day you die.
It ain't changing.
Yep.
So yeah, I love to see your model one day. I've heard a lot about it, and it's all its predictions. It's just that I've never have seen it. So one day maybe I'll look at it. But I mean, I know how you explain the phenomenon to a point, but you had a lot of factors to make it work, which you back off of when we put you to it. They do it on Space Audits to all you guys like Jesse Pat the Light. He comes in there, he'll make excuses about what he claimed last time, and he'll back off. Your predictions aren't that bulletproof, I promise you right now.
Bro, the only way they can do this model work is on paper. They can make it work in the physical world. Show us, please. Come on, Joe. Show us the physical evidence.
The sun and the moon is as far as I go into fantasy land as I will ever go. Anything past the sun and the moon, I don't give a fuck what they say. You can fucking theorize about that shit all day. But you can use the sun and the moon.
The gaseous giant stars that are reproducing in space somewhere.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. It means nothing to me. I'm saying I like using the sun and the moon because you can use that as a gauge in distance. You can use it as a gauge in perspective. You can use it as a light gauge also, and it does the same thing over and over. All he has to do today, wherever he is simply look at where the sun is rising and setting, and look at the times in between the different land masses, and you'll see it doing its pattern. It is never going to change ever. You can fantasize about it changing or doing something different than you think it's doing. It's not.
Yeah, D-Man, we've been pulling apart their videos since you've been on my channel, haven't we?
Yeah, pretty much.
So if you want to come by, Joe, watch some of our older shows. We'll show you how we pulled apart your globe model and how it's a bunch of bullshit. But
do you think this
simplistically, I'm not a scientist.
One of these trolls,
Most people aren't scientists. We all can use the scientific method. That's what's neat about it. It's not prejudice towards people. No.
I use one method. What I see, like everything, what I see and how I've seen it forever. That's
there you go.
I've seen it.
Seems like it works, doesn't it?
It works fucking great. I'm still here 53 years later.
Yeah.
Los sentidos. You know what's fun, right, guys? Is the word sun is soul. It's crazy, brother. It's
I got a video on my feed the other day, Santero. What if the Earth would have stopped moving today? If all motion what would happen? Like, oh my God.
It's never
That's
moved.
what that's all about, dude. It's like, what would happen if we all stopped and we died right now? Like in a horrible crash.
No,
it's all fear mongering, dude.
It's never moved. You've never felt it move. If you've been in an earthquake, that's the only time you'll feel it move.
Yeah.
The only people that feel the earth moving is the people with vertigo. So
yeah, unless
about it.
got some kind of disease.
Even with your fairy tale stars and stuff, they're not where you say they are. They're refracted from another place, and they never do match up with your predictions. And that's what Shane and Alan are doing right now. If you want to go watch their show, they put out one yesterday too. The whole year in synopsis. If you want to go look at it, they break it down for you.
Yeah. Shane and Alan are on another level.
Yeah, but it's funny. All their predictions are based on a pattern that repeats.
Yeah, that was already here.
Like Damon is saying, it's just a pattern, guys. Just understand that.
Who do you think has
can tell you a little bit about patterns? He played games. He knows.
Yeah. Well, the thing is with that pattern, they stored up for all the Babylonian and the Phoenician and all the rest of the cultures. They got it locked in a vault. They're the only ones with the access to it. So that we made a prediction. They already have the pattern for the last 1,000 years.
Of course.
Yeah. Well, that was our prediction. Like, sure it was. You didn't get it from all the data you gathered up for thousands of years before.
It's like that fake story they have about Columbus saying that the sun was gonna get covered. Like, come on, you coming to America, full of people. Yeah, come on.
That was a great movie.
Yeah, a very good one.
Coming to America. Yeah.
Clouds from this observatory is the final nail in the coffin. Look at how the sun just shrinks and the light shrinks to nothing. That cannot happen, as I showed you in the when the sun illuminates the entire Earth, which it does from 93 million miles away. It has to. You don't get this isolated look at the sunlight trailing the sun. That's only possible with a small sun, close, not very high, illuminating locally. I mean, if this isn't proof to you, then you gotta take the blinders off.
See how you can see the crown of the light come in on itself? See how you can see it
and
come
finally,
in?
I want to show you some examples of local illumination, or a city in the background. This is from Grand Canyon National Park. You can see Las Vegas is one of them. You can see the stars going down, so you know that's not the sun. That's the glow of Las Vegas, it says. You can see that's local illumination. I'm just making an example showing you here's Tuba City and a little bit of Flagstaff. Now, in this one here, you see...
I used to live there. It's pretty.
Guys, this place is huge as fuck.
It is.
It's amazing.
Well, even on a biblical scale, they said no man can measure it.
No, it's incredible, bro. Even in the island I live, it's a small island, but it's huge, bro. It's huge.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, we're just in a little cutoff circle. We're just in a cutoff corner of it.
Yeah.
When you think about it, it's probably another half this distance. It's probably another half this distance. Well, would be to the north, to the northeast. It's probably half the distance bigger, and then to the northwest, it's probably double the distance. We're just cut off from going any further. That's all.
Like
plus, it's inhabitable.
Not only that, Damon. This is the places we live in. The lands we know. What about the other places that are supposedly unknown? They keep saying they find tribes and islands and stuff like this.
Yeah. And I'm not talking about that David Weiss fantasy fucking 1900s lay of fucking land bullshit.
We are talking about real life.
That's
here.
total shit.
No, we're not talking about lizards and nothing like that. We're talking about the real world.
Yeah, I'm looking at Joe here. He's saying you can get a perfect baseline on Earth. Bull, dude. They've done it many times, dude. How do you think they mapped the Earth? How do you think cartography is actually done?
It's done from a flat surface.
Yeah, all of them, dude.
All of it, and then it's adjusted to a different shape.
Yep.
Ask this guy how does he think they build 30-kilometer bridges?
Oh, they got bigger ones than that. Come on.
Oh, Pontchartrain's huge, super long. I mean, I drove through a tunnel every day that went through the harbor, and that's crazy distance. And I mean, that thing is actually angled down to the middle. So it's actually angled in on both sides, then goes down and flattens out in the middle, so that boat traffic can go over the top of the tunnel. And it was built that way for that specific reason. Otherwise, they never would have did that. They would have just dug that fucking thing straight. They would have dug it down and then just ran a straight pipe across, and they didn't do that. They angled it down so that way water and stuff could be drained down to the bottom and then, pumped out or whatever they do, when it rains like crazy. That thing used to flood and everything. Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
Every time I would go through it, every
They sure
time I
want
would
their
go
cake
through that,
needed too, man.
every time I would go through that thing and we'd get stuck on the bottom, like you're stuck all the way on the bottom of it, I would fucking shit. I'd feel so
These people
uncomfortable.
don't even understand containment. How do you think we get the electricity that you are using now from the water source? It's because you
Here
have
comes
a
Chris again.
containment there.
Hey, Chris.
Damn. Shit, you guys.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Joe, I'm
Come
doing
on, grow up.
I'm doing a
Joe,
whole show
grow
on
up.
ordnance surveying and your precious geodetic surveying, and we're going to compare what they are and how they came to exist, and who actually are true to their measurements. So if you got a problem with that, we have a flat baseline. There's tons of them. They call datums.
Yeah.
They're all over the flat plane. You can go look at them. They vary because of tides and terrain, but other than that, they have a basic sea level. It's always going to be there. You won't get rid of it. We'll curve your sea level. You won't answer that. What am I supposed to answer, Jay? Hold on. Can you use a sextant without a baseline? How do you use a sextant? Have you ever
Water
used
is
one?
flat.
Yeah. You have a horizon mirror on that sextant, right?
Yeah,
So you have to get to your horizon, right? That's how you get your baseline. Yeah. It's just without sail. But in order to do celestial navigation, you have to get an equal elevation altitude above all of the terrain.
Yeah, you can't you can't just say, oh, well, we'll just angle it off the side of this mountain. It doesn't work.
Yeah. No. So at equal elevation altitude over 5,400 miles, how do you wrap that around a sphere? You can do that with 3 points. So you should go talk to 10th Man. He went over it all. He went through your catalogs on celestial navigation. He spent $5,000 on books in one pop. I think he spent over like 10 grand, and he went through all of them. He showed how you have to have a flat baseline for all your measurements.
Yep.
But your almanacs are built on your celestial charts and stuff, and it's all timed to Greenwich, and they're all built on time. But I got from Adam Meekum the other day. He was talking about it on Q East, that those meridians were actually jockeyed for the prime meridian. Each country wanted that, so they could set their timeline up with that, so they would control the time on the sea.
Yeah.
It was weird. It's political, but yeah, it has nothing to do with physicality. They could put that meridian anywhere, and you could start at zero anywhere on the plane, and you could grid yourself out from it. That's how Cartesian grids are made.
Yep.
Here we go.
Lights. Obviously, we don't have two suns, but these are two cities lit up, and it's just to show it looks just.
I know those two cities. One's Winslow and one's Flagstaff. I know exactly where they are. Pretty.
It's like the sun going over the horizon.
What are you saying, Demon?
I was going to say, you want to see something interesting. Look at the grid mapping that the submarines used, that subs and ships used in World War II era, in like the 30s and 40s. They used grid mapping, where all they did was just square off. They just made a giant grid map on letters and lines, and that's how they would give people coordinates. They would say, we need you to follow these grid maps. Go to grid 7, go to 7E, or go to 17. That's how they would tell you where to go or where to watch or what places to patrol. They simply just took the whole thing and just gridded it all and just made it squares. Pretty interesting how they did it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, according to Joe here,
do that on a flat surface.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This Joe Jesus, I'm pretty sure he's talking like a guy, Elder Bear.
Yeah.
He says exactly the same thing, and he's stuck on that grid that they built for the sphere. So
yeah,
they rolled it out into several different maps, like the giant Mercator, the projection. What is the projection of a globe?
Yeah.
Just like the Gleasons had to use the globe as a projection because the Royal Society of whatever it was said that's the only thing you can use. That's what they have. But they put it over the proper grid. The azimuth is over the right grid. It's over what the Earth is. It's just it's distorted in the south because it's tapered in like a ball, so they had to press it out. So it's distorted. It has distortions in it. That's the only
Yo,
reason why.
it's funny. It's funny how these people can always try to switch the argument, trying to say like we're saying that it's perfectly flat or whatever. Yet they can say that it's a sphere, and in my opinion, I don't know, Diman, if you can back me up with this, is that
Yeah.
a sphere is perfectly, it must be perfect. Yet we have mountains in a sphere, so I don't know. It's not a
Well,
sphere then.
is that one of Bev's boys over there? I don't know. It's talking like one. But Bev was a flat earther for like a couple of weeks, I gather. But he started getting flack for it, so he took it out on flat earthers like we did it to him. I think he's got a grudge.
Don't they
I
all?
pray for him. Yeah, I don't
It's
have a
okay.
grudge
It's
against
okay.
them. Yeah,
It's okay. It's okay. Here's a star for your effort, Bev.
yeah. I'm glad he has his channel. He preaches. Who is that guy who started geometry? Euclid. Yeah, he's a Euclid. He uses Euclid's principles all the time, but he doesn't apply them in the real world.
Yeah, when this
Oh,
video's over, I threw a link in grid mapping,
Oh,
and
cool.
it's not legit. It's something from it's simulation, but it's exactly what the Kriegsmarine, the Germans, used.
Oh, cool.
It's the exact same grid mapping that the Germans used in the 30s with the U-boats. That's how they basically would figure out, when they would get orders on patrols, where to go. They would simply just grid map it. So no longitude, no latitude. They would just grid map it on a map and say you need to go to these coordinates. That simple. It's interesting when you look at it. They just simply squared off everything and just said, okay,
Yeah.
that's a
got you.
grid.
This thing's only going to show us the horizon next across the globe, what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
It's pretty much what you. Here, let's play it out right quick. PJ's
was
doing a
the
premiere.
entire horizon would fade
Over there.
evenly, and the entire horizon would fade at the same time. Not
Yeah,
what
which
we
it
see
doesn't do.
here, which
You
is
would
the
also see the shadow
small sun
from the
cruising
Earth
over
itself on
and
the
the
sky
lights
every time
following
the
it.
sun went up or down.
Case closed.
You lose all the light at once,
Yeah.
which doesn't happen. It's gradual, or just.
Yep.
But I understand the elementary comprehension of the solar system. You get your styrofoam balls, you spin them around each other, it drives all the phenomena
Yeah.
you see in the sky. That's what they teach you in grade school. And when you get older, they teach something different. You're going to confuse the hell out of you. That was beautiful.
Ballsack Earth.
Oh, good God, here comes the commercial.
Yeah, cut that off and check out that last link. That's just your grid mapping. Now that's
Got it.
just a simulation. It's not like that's an exact from German U-boats, but it's the replica of what they use to grid map.
Hmm.
So when they would patrol, they would use grid maps. They would not use longitude and latitude. They would simply just use
Well, they do
angle.
that in wartime too, with everything, don't they?
Yep.
That's how they get places quicker. It's easier to do.
Yep.
So yeah, they don't give that out to civilians. You get to take the trade route, sort of the
Yeah, they would simply just use bow angle, and then they could figure out that if we go at this angle at this distance, that it'll bring us to this grid position.
don't tell the humans the truth.
It's simplified.
Yeah.
It's a
So
simplified mapping.
Your citizens don't get to realize what the Earth really is.
Yeah.
No. The truth is not for us.
No, that's for the people in power.
Yeah.
Like the people who run the Pentagon, I'm pretty sure they have a nice bunch of whole maps that just work all the time, anytime they want them to, and they can get to where they need to be right away, pronto. Odd.
I wonder.
As you can't zoom in. Well, you can, but
Yeah.
it's barely anything. But
Let's
you
see.
can see that it's a bunch of squares inside of a big square. They could then take those small squares and then number them, and then say go to PA 3 or PA 60 or whatever they wanted.
Yeah.
And that's how you would be able to figure out that something's been reported in grid DE in square 12, and you'd be able to figure out, okay, yeah, it's over here. You know, it was a simplified mapping. So because you're obviously under the water, it's going to be different.
I want to see the dial at the bottom. I think it's just for show, though.
Yeah, it's just for just simplifying, just pointing out simple direction. But that's how they would use. That's the type of mapping system that they used for the for U-boats, German U-boats, grid mapping.
Damn the Germans. Base
like
math robbers.
Game, bro.
What a name, dude.
This is like Unreal Engine when you are creating a game, bro. It's the same thing. It's the same principle, you know.
Some of those sub sims, the closest thing you'll ever get. They're one of the most complicated video games to ever play. It's one of the most complicated video games I've ever played, just because you're underwater, the majority of the time. You're traveling underwater using real tools on those sims. They use all kinds of real tools that were really used, so that replicates pretty much everything that you could do. Like literally, they're so hard to play because there's so much shit to it that the average person would play it for fucking 5 minutes and be like, "Oh fuck this," because there's just so much to it.
Yeah, I got a question for all the little trolls in the chat. Is the horizon a geometric place?
You mean like a geometric? You mean like a ball?
Yeah, like when you look at a horizon, is that a geometric spot you're looking at?
No.
Is it an apparent thing? Wait a minute.
It's simply a convergence point.
Yeah, it's
so optical convergence
because they sure like to cherry pick when it is and when it isn't.
I know. Yeah. I heard there's 11 of them from somebody at some point. Who said that? That was Brenda. 11 horizons. You're staring at 11 horizons every time you look out.
It's a phenomenon. It's a phenomenon.
Because they're all refracted over and over again. Nothing's ever physical. You can't go.
Can you do Wesley, D-Man?
No, D-Man, go ahead. He's tired.
Really, Santero? Really? Is this what you're going to do now? I'm living rent free in your head, Santero.
Joe Jesus, why is that a nonsensical question? Is the horizon a physical place? Dude, answer the question. Tell me yes or no. Yeah.
It's optical.
Well, on a sphere, if you're at one point on it, you'd have a physical place where the land does meet the sky, right? As it goes around the sphere. It would have a closure point. There would be an actual physical tangent, as you would call it.
Yeah. I mean, you could get in a boat and you could mark the spot. We could use walkie-talkies. I could be standing on the shore. You could get in the boat, and I can tell you when you start to go over the curve, and you can put an angle meter on your shoulder.
Same argument, Joe.
Itself, and you'll notice that you're never dropping down. Once you watch, I see you hitting that point and starting to disappear from the bottom up. You're still going at the same angle. It's not pitching the boat down. This is the same argument that they try to talk about with airplanes, that you're following this curve. Well, you could simply just put an angle meter right beside you while you're flying on the plane. You're not dipping the nose down to follow the curve, and the ground isn't moving underneath you, so they can't say that doesn't work. It'd be the same thing if you were traveling over the sea. It'd be no different. It'd be the same thing if you were driving a car over a measured level surface. It's going to have the same effect no matter what. It doesn't make it. If you were walking away from me, it would have the same effect. It'd be no different. So it's goofy as shit when they come up with this argument. We knocked this ball out of the park fucking 12 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, this is kindergarten
word
shit.
Sorcery, right? Like define what
it's kindergarten shit.
What physical is.
How do you define what physical is? I don't know.
Talk about word sorcery. You want to redefine the definition?
Yeah.
Depends on the definition of what is.
Yeah, I want to see physical horizon blocking boats, buildings, stuff like that.
Define definition.
Physical horizon was the name of a girl I used to date.
If that was, I was going to say, if that was the case, then every building built would be tilting away from each other, and we worked that out about 8 or 10 years ago. So you guys need to fucking get those fucking Pampers off and put some real underwear on. We're way the fuck past that shit. Way the fuck past.
Any. Wakey.
Yeah, we're waiting for you to show us your geometrical horizon.
He's gonna show you a picture of NASA.
Okay.
He's gonna say, "Well, look at the stars
over the curve."
Yeah.
Fucking shit. That shit's 12 fucking years ago.
My mother.
Way
Which
way
mother,
past
man? You
that.
never seen a mother.
I remember when they were all fucking talking about the fucking convergence.
I'll demand. I want a model. Give me a model.
Some of the most ridiculous shit I ever heard. And
You got to do a proper vetting on those models.
Yeah.
You said you're going to get going. We're coming up on 3 hours.
Oh yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah, JJ's doing a premiere. If you guys want to go over and just check out his premiere.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
PJ is.
Yeah, PJ.
Yeah, I always check PJ stuff out in the morning. I watched the other one he was doing. Who was on with him this morning? I forgot. I watched it this morning. I listened to it for a little while.
I was on there this morning.
Yeah, it was you. And who was the other guy that was on there? Wasn't
Chris.
Derek? Chris, yeah.
I like the guy. He has a good heart.
He does. Although he doesn't have like a solid. I need solid evidence for like what the ether is. We need to nail that thing down. If not, we'll just put it up to investigation.
I think we should focus our efforts in finding out.
You don't want to find out what the ether is?
what's
Come on,
going
dude.
down here.
Come on.
I wanna know, but it's not
Ether
my,
is-
my main object. You know.
It's
Well,
what
I
I
know
spray.
it-
It's what I spray into the engine when it's cold.
Yeah, it'll get a car running. It'll take the paint off of it, and don't huff it.
Yeah.
It'll hurt you. He's laughing at us. Well, Chris, I like your ideas. They have some validation to them, and he studied it. So I would like come on one night and we'll do a presentation of it.
Yeah.
He said he's got a couple of pieces of the puzzle he wants to work on. So I like puzzles; they're fun.
Yeah, I mean,
And puzzles are physical too.
just go to Wire. I'll give him a video. Go to Walmart and go buy the cheapest inflatable little ship boat that you can find from Walmart, and have your friend stand at the shoreline and have him go out far enough to the point where he starts to disappear from the bottom. Okay, and you'll figure it out real quick. Just get a little cheap $20 angle meter from Amazon, or even use a bubble level if you can't afford that.
Oh, you're going to do a rubber ducky is what you're going to do.
And you'll quickly find out that you're not dipping down.
Rubber
Have the guy
ducky.
at the shore record it as you start to dip down, and you quickly see that your angle has not changed at all. So there's no angle change. It's the same thing if you got in a plane. It's the same thing if you were on a boat. It'd be the same thing if you were driving across the salt flats in a car. You would have the same effect.
I'm killing the grid, Demon.
That's okay. I just wanted to show you that because that's how they actually traversed underwater, basically across the Atlantic. They used a grid system. They did not use longitude and latitude lines. They didn't use any of this shit because they're underwater. So they used a grid system.
Yeah, I wanted to tell David something. They went to public school. That's the big problem. They don't. They give you a half education and then they bully you into submission.
3/4.
Yeah, well, they pull you into fantasy land. You know,
Yeah.
it just doesn't work in real life. When you start to do your.
I don't know the words I use.
But here's the thing, though: are those guys really doing anything to prove themselves wrong from the fucking get-go? No, of course not. So, I mean, are they doing simple shit that they could do themselves they could do cheaply? Like I just gave them a thing to test that they could turn around, and you'll quickly find out that the angle of your body is not changing as you're traveling over this magical curve. It doesn't happen, and the physicality is really where they're stuck. They can't go any further with any of this shit.
Big time.
Yeah, I want to see the data that actually shows curve. I want to see the measurement of the curve. Joe keeps talking like I don't know what I'm talking about.
Well, I want to see just measure if you were going over that curve and following a shape, the angle of your body would be changing in the seat that you would be sitting as you would travel over it. It would not be. You wouldn't just be sitting straight.
Measuring something that doesn't exist.
Exactly.
Good luck measuring curve that doesn't exist. You know,
It's
actually a lack of curvature is. Because flat isn't a shape; it's a lack of shape.
Mm-hmm. We have
The curve
cognitive
just
distance,
simply
guys.
doesn't exist, man. None of it.
We're unplugged from the system, man. It must be like the Matrix. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, it's level.
yeah,
I mean, it's
Flat.
level and topographical. So
yeah. That's pretty simple explanation. You can actually go and test this for yourself if you want to.
Yeah.
I've actually
You
done it
gotta see
in real
it for
time.
yourself. Otherwise, you wouldn't get it, man. You gotta
yeah, I
see
mean,
it,
when
and
you're watching,
Go ahead.
I'm
you
sorry.
must be willing to see it as well.
Yeah.
You must be open.
I mean,
Otherwise,
you
you
wouldn't
won't.
see 500 and 600 and 700 miles away.
Nah,
You just wouldn't see it. It would be
Yeah, okay.
impossible. You
Can
wouldn't see it at all.
I want to ask you a question. Is flat Earth about a shape?
not at all, man.
No, it's not a shape.
It's a lack
No.
of shape.
Yeah.
You
Well, I
guys
mean,
are
it's
Besides
you're
the
not getting it.
topography, the
It's got to
mountains
be
and
a
the
shape
valleys.
though. If they don't have a shape to play with, they get bored in kindergarten. So you
Yeah.
got to give them a ball. You got to give
I
them a
mean,
square. You got to give them a little star. You got to put the pegs in the hole. Yeah, I understand what aspect is. Do you understand what perspective is? Read the name of the channel.
It
There are
rules.
rules to. There are.
rewatch. Tell them to rewatch this show and watch the video that we just played.
Yeah, I mean, if you got any real questions, go watch it like 10 or 12 shows back. We answer a lot of these questions you guys are asking. And we even we look into what you call
what's
your
fun,
model.
man?
Yeah,
It's
Let's
so
on a
much
regular.
mention a
fun.
model of
This
their
is so fun.
delusion, right?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
mostly
Yeah.
their model is thought experiments now.
Yeah.
Right. So if you make a model of a thought experiment,
All
experiment that
maps are
makes it
flat, dude.
real, that makes it valid.
They always
I-
claim lack of
Obviously,
education.
their
I
model doesn't
claim
work.
lack of logic for them. You don't understand the basics of logic. Logos es rex. You have to understand, guys. Logic over everything. If it's
I
not
drove.
logical, it doesn't make sense.
I drove from Niagara Falls to Alabama with a flat book map that wasn't even. It was approximated distances, meaning that you drove by the odometer, and I used a compass that was built into a cup holder that I got out of a car in a junkyard and drove from Canada, from the border of Canada and upstate New York, and drove all the way to Alabama with a book I pulled out of a trash picked map book that was probably 15 years made 15 years before I was born, and a cup holder compass. Right. So
Yeah.
it's flat as fuck, I can tell you.
Yeah. Well, there's a magnetic field everywhere. The
Oh,
point.
gravity. How could you forget about gravity? I mean, I obviously wasn't compensating
But
for
all
gravity.
all the stuff we know about gravity.
Damon, I
You
have
have
a
entire
question.
states flatter than pancakes. That's a little problematic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I have a
Well, I
question
mean,
for Damon.
yeah.
Did you put a pack of a chunk of gravity in the car before you
Oh, I
travel with it?
always keep a pocket full of gravity on me at all times. So
That's good,
there's no
man. You need
worries.
one.
I'm,
You
I
never
make
know
sure
when you're
I'm,
gonna need a
You're
pocket of
tethered to the
Yeah.
gravity.
ground, aren't you, D-Man? You
yeah,
won't
it's
fly
like,
off with that spin.
my mother always used to tell me, keep a pair of extra spare underwear and a pocket full of gravity.
Yeah. And by the way, everybody has an explanation, not proof. That's what I'm getting out of this.
Yeah, it's the phenomena. We're never
You know
gonna
what?
get to the phenomena. We can know the phenomena, guys. We're never
Why
gonna
don't
get
those
there.
guys?
Did,
Why
did,
don't
did
those?
I? Hey guys, did I ever say flat was a shape at one point in time? Did I ever say that
Nah,
in this whole stream? Did it come out of my mouth?
No, I'm the
No.
one that
don't pay
said that
attention
it's
to
a
this
lack
guy,
of shape.
bro. Just leave this guy alone. He's just
Yeah,
a
it's
loser.
just trolling.
Yeah,
Listen,
but he
if
said
they
I said it 5 minutes ago, so I want to go back 5 minutes and I want to
if
play what I said right quick.
if they
before we go.
if they really wanted to figure out what the fucking shape was, they'd be getting in planes and they take a little flight and bring some angle meters and figure out that the plane is not dipping down. It's not following the curve. The orientation of your body never changes. And then on the way back, take a little boat tour. Why ain't they taking a cruise? Why ain't they taking a
That's
cruise
right.
across the Atlantic and then finding out that don't change angle either?
Okay,
Okay.
I'm
So-
going to go back in the Wayback Machine here. It was like 5 minutes ago. I want to hear me say this. Those meridians were actually jockeys for the prime meridian. Each country wanted that, so they could set their timeline up with that. So they would control the time on. I only got 5 minutes ago. Let's go. But if you're at one
Obviously
point on it, you'd have a half.
creating a game, bro. It's the same thing. It's the same principle.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Let's see. I think that's close enough. We'll play it from here. We'll do this in real time.
Which it doesn't do. You would also see the shadow
small sun
from the
cruising
Earth
over the
itself
Earth
on the
and
sky
lights
every
all
time the
around.
sun went up or down.
Case closed.
You lose all the light at once.
Yeah.
Which doesn't happen. It's gradual. Or just,
Yep.
What is this? An alternate dimension?
I'm just curious where I understand the elementary comprehension of the solar system. You get your styrofoam balls, you spin them around each other, it drives all the
We are
phenomena.
traveling to the past.
That's what they teach you in grade school. And when you get older, they teach something different. You're gonna confuse the hell out of you. That was
How
beautiful.
with those guys?
Ball sack Earth.
I'm waiting to hear that. God, here comes the commercial.
Yeah, cut that off and check out that last link. That's just your grid mapping. Now that's
Yeah.
just a simulation. It's not like that's an exact from German U-boats, but it's the replica of what they use to grid map. So when they would patrol, they would use grid maps. They would not use longitude and latitude. They would simply just use
Well, they do that in wartime too, with everything, don't they?
Yep.
That's how they get places quicker. It's easier to do.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, they don't give that out to civilians. You get to take the trade route, sort of the
Yeah, they would simply just use bow angle, and then they could figure out that if we go at this angle at this distance, that it'll bring us to this grid position.
Don't tell the humans the truth.
It's simplified.
Yeah.
It's a simplified mapping.
Your citizens don't get to realize what the Earth really is.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Derek. Yeah. No, that's for the people in power. Dude.
Yeah.
Like the people who run the Pentagon, I'm pretty sure they have a nice bunch of whole maps that just work all the time.
This is
Anytime
stupid.
they want them
Nobody
to.
said what he said.
And they can get to where they need to be right away, pronto.
Fantasizing.
Odd. I don't hear me saying it like 5 minutes ago. What do you think, guys?
As you can't zoom.
Yeah,
around.
it's crap.
You can't.
Yeah.
Fuck these guys.
Yeah.
Total shit.
So you're just making stuff up now.
Yeah, just more fucking bullshit because they ain't got nothing else better to do. Listen, go. Why don't you guys just crowdfund some money and go and take a fucking cruise? Okay. And what you do is you can take a real cheap cruise. You can go from here to England. Then when you get to England, sleep for one night, get up the next day, and take the cheapest plane you can from England to the back to the United States. Okay, and take some angle meters with you, and you'll quickly find that your body orientation isn't changing as you completely cross the Atlantic. Right? You're gonna find that out. And let me tell you something. I'll tell you something else too. A lot of guys on here are ex-military, so they've been on planes, high altitude planes, and a lot of guys in here have been in the Navy too. They've been on ships for years. Okay, so none of this
don't work very good on
none
the
of
globe.
this fantasy shit that you guys are talking about works in real life. It's
Do
fantasy.
these people even travel? Do they go out? I
No.
don't think so, man.
No, they don't go anywhere. They never
Bro,
go.
And
last
if they do, they don't pay attention.
Yeah,
Bro.
because
Go
because
find
they-
some curve, man. Go find some curve.
it doesn't real. Listen, you're talking to fucking people in the who are in the military, Navy and Air Force. So don't give me that fucking shit.
I'm
You guys
a
are-
Navy brat myself. I was raised in it. But
Yeah, I mean, Vlad's a Navy guy. I come from a Navy family. My dad never said, "Oh, it was great going upside down." That just didn't fucking happen, right?
Believe me, I never been in the military, but I've seen a lot of planes. I used to work.
I'm
for
pretty
a
sure
long
most
time
people
in
that go in the
airport,
military-
and I used to work with charts. I know about mapping. I know about all this stuff.
I've been on tons of planes.
Yeah.
Been
I
on
know
tons of
curves
planes.
don't do good
Apart
over
from
a
that,
curve.
everything we learned, we know how it works. So
I worked
just
on
don't
the
come
ocean.
here.
That was my living for 4 straight years, 6 days a week. I was on the ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, every day, 6 days a week for 4 years of my life.
You never disappear in the curve. I think so.
No, I never disappeared over the curve, and the buildings that I looked at downtown were never leaning away from each other. It never happened. Right?
So we've answered these questions for the last 10 years or more. I guarantee you. Don't need to
That's
answer
why-
them again. You can come back
That's
with the
why I
same
said.
question.
That's why I said these guys need to take off the fucking pull-up diaper and put real underwear on because this is baby shit.
They are far
Well,
behind.
it's been 3 hours and 11 minutes exactly. So 311 is a good band. What do you think?
Down, down.
That's
oh,
33.
You.
It's a beautiful disaster. There you go. Think I can get away with
Arrow
that?
gets it.
Yeah. So you guys are here just to make some kind of point that we haven't heard before, I guess.
I'll
There
break
isn't
out the
anything they're going to
broom.
come up with. besides
they
bullshit.
always came with the same script. It's tiring. Come on,
Well,
let's grow up.
they have to push a narrative, and this is how they think they're going to do it. And you know what? It's funny because I laugh whenever those guys start touting, "Oh, well, maybe you should. You'll get more viewers." Oh, no, nobody's fucking going over to your shit and watching it. Everybody knows it's fucking crap. Okay? That's why nobody's going over their channels.
That's why you're coming over here to get content on our.
Yeah, exactly. Because you need people to fucking talk shit about. It's not about these people trying to.
Interesting. They don't talk about anything interesting.
They're not
just repeating.
They're not looking for an. I know, but here's the thing, Santero. They're not looking for an answer. They're looking for an argument. There's a difference between somebody who wants to talk to you and work something out to try to get to do it, and not in a way that's condescending or douchebaggy.
Oh yeah,
that's not right. These people are just douchebaggy, so they're not looking for answers.
Your lack of education.
They're not trying to fucking prove themselves wrong. They're simply looking for a fucking argument. And that's why I say don't give these people a platform any more than 5 minutes. After 5, it shouldn't take you more than 5 minutes to realize that
what's going on.
Yeah, exactly. 5 minutes and it should be fucking done. That's it.
So I think I found a off 311 I could probably play. What do you think?
311.
Beautiful Disaster. So what now? If you're really conspiratorial minded, what's the third letter of the what's the 11th letter of the alphabet?
L.
Nope.
It's K.
Oh, yeah. So 3 Ks.
KKK.
Yeah, I heard that when I was growing up. They represent the KKK. Like, don't listen to 311.
It's crazy. I know. When I grew up, I was always like, oh, the people from the States, racist people. Bro, I met so many amazing people. I have so many people that love me in America. And I mean, in the United States, I have never seen anything like that. So
with your personality, Santero, I mean, how could we not?
Bro, I'm just laid back, If you wanna fight with me, you're gonna find a motherfucker. But I'm just chill dude,
Hold on, I got a better one for you.
Okay.
I got a better one for you because me and Cubby were talking about it during the week.
You guys made me listen to rock again. I was listening to some Linkin Park the other day. My wife was like, oh, "Why are you listening to this?"
There you go, a little Bury Me in Smoke.
I say because it takes me back to the 90s, baby. You wouldn't get it.
Yeah,
I'm a big Down fan.
we got a guy on our side. He goes by the name Mad About a Shape. That would be a good name for a band. What do you think?
No, my next band is gonna be called Gravity Hater.
Gravity. Well, let me know when you find it, and then we'll start hating.
Don't worry, I'm gonna be working on some stuff over.
I'm gonna design a shirt. We're gonna sell it here.
We're gonna be dipping into some stuff, some different content and different little skits, and it's gonna be interesting.
How about Refraction for a band name?
It starts in 2 days, so
that's a good one. Refraction.
Hey, Keith. Keith is back. He just got back. They're going to work on the car. Nice.
Good.
I hope you got more donations, man. That's why I did this stream. I want to get you and the missus and the kids back home where you need to be.
Yeah, family. Hope you get back home very soon, man. Everything's gonna be all right.
Where's the link? Right, cool. I don't have a lot of money to give, but I can give them some.
Everything is gonna be all right.
Where's the link? Throw the link in the private chat. Does he have a PayPal?
No, it's on GoFundMe. It's. Oh, yeah. I see if I can get it off of here, but it won't let me pull it off. You see the?
Is it on his main page?
Yeah, it's on his main page. It's the QR code above on the.
Yeah, I don't have anything to scan the QR code.
Oh crap. That's the only way I have it on here. I can go get it off the GoFundMe. Can we go get it?
No. I'll go to his page and I'll donate through his whatever he's got on his page.
Oh, he's got a PayPal too, I'm sure.
All right, yeah, I'll send it through PayPal because it's easier for me.
Yeah, and they don't take anything out compared to who those fuckers take a lot, dude.
Oh yeah, no shit.
They took almost like $1,000 out of what I got out of it so far. That's a lot of money, dude. Compared to what I got, yeah.
I threw a link in there just because me and Cubby were talking about it during the week. So.
Down, yeah.
Yeah, down, Bury Me in Smoke.
We played it.
Gentlemen, I'm gonna hit the hay here, man. I'll catch up with you on the next one.
Have a good one, Jay. Captain JJ.
Hell yeah, brother. And much appreciation.
I'll keep
to
my
Just
hands inside
Incredible.
the plane.
I know he wasn't here tonight, but we gotta show appreciation
all right.
regardless.
So I'll check out your video as soon as we're off here.
Buenas noches, señor.
Make sure you visit JJ's channel, like and subscribe.
Oh yeah, he did.
Show
He just
some
put a
love to
whole
JJ.
bunch of videos out there. Nice.
If you can get over to Creality Jesus Saves, and send anybody out there who wants to send a few bucks and help out Flats, help them out.
And you can click if you
Please.
get on that QR code, you can get right to his GoFundMe too.
Yeah, help them out. Even if you send them a couple of bucks, just show some love. Send them a message. Tell them you appreciate what.
And
you're
if not, pass it along. You know.
Trying to get them home.
You know how we say in Spanish?
How you say?
Una mano lava la otra y las dos lavan la cara.
See.
You know what it means? One hand watches the other, and both hands watch your face.
Oh, I never heard that part. I've heard the one hand washes the other. Never heard the face.
Yeah.
And how do you have
in Spanish?
How do you have a face on a sphere?
That's what I'm saying, bro. A sphere must be totally perfect. Otherwise, it's not a sphere. It's gonna be an egg or gonna be something different.
You should see the gravity.
If you don't understand about design, I'm sorry, we're not gonna give you a lecture about it. Go make your research. Go learn some perspective. Go learn some foreshortening, which is the same
for those
shit.
guys that are in chat, watch this here. I'll actually, if somebody could take that link for the
Let's see
that video I threw up there with P-Brain.
Okay.
BitChute, right? Throw that first video that I posted, BitChute one, and put that in the chat for those guys. Pay attention to that.
It's a good video. I've seen it a couple of times here and there.
It's a good one. I like P-Brain.
Yeah.
Gets right to the point.
I'm still over at PJ's, but I'm here too at the same time. It's amazing what you can do with more than one page open.
All right, hit that down.
All right, ready? Roll that beautiful beam footage.
Good to see everybody.
Good to see you, bro. Good night.
Thanks for helping out.